What's up? What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Art the Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Everything is good, Deke. I tell you, this is my favorite week. I'm so happy. I'm just enjoying life today, bro. I was actually 20 with my oldest, the Bugs. Shout out to KK. We got our little, Wiz and Snoop hoodies on today. See? All good, all good. Yeah, little Wiz and Snoop, man.
What's the beanie saying?
What you mean? The beat is up room beanie, man. Come on, man. Chill out, man. Don't do me like that. All right.
That's Wiz. I thought it was Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, well, that was their theme.
Turtles.
Yeah, that was their theme for the little concert. Remember with me, wifey, and mother-in-law, man. Yeah. So see, I'm chill, man. I got a nice little Pittsburgh shirt on. Okay.
Right.
Let me see. Do I got anything underneath?
Upper room that relates to this podcast, which is more Pittsburgh themed.
What color is it?
Oh no.
We ain't even gonna worry about that one. All right, so either way, we are good, we are solid, and that's all we need to know, okay? That's all we need. You know, my colors in my eyes, we just mess my cataracts up every once in a while. What color was that? Was that? That probably was black and gold, so I'm just gonna throw it as black and gold. It just sound good. So yeah, man, it's like I said, it's a great day, bro. It's a great day. Yeah,
I had to rock the Steeler cap just in case to balance anything you were
going
to be pulling off out there.
You're good, man. You're good. How was like everything was good? The vibe though, man, pulling up and everything was good, man.
Here?
Yeah, everything was good.
Coming
right?
here?
That's what I'm saying. Right? Everything was straight.
Did I miss something?
No, everything was good, right? Yeah, man. Because I felt your energy. You said you had the cap on like you was ready to go to war. I was like, bro, we ain't got to go there, man.
I was going to rock the black forces too.
Hey, look, we ain't got to go there, bro.
Combined with the black hoodie and the Steeler cap.
Listen. I said, I'm going to tone it down.
I got some nice moccasins on. Yeah,
you clean, bro.
Yeah, I got some chiller shoes, but I needed the cap for sure.
I appreciate that. You know, I was trying to set the mood for you, man. I had Benny the Butcher playing. It's been playing all week. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we in this together, okay?
I thought that was Tyler, the Creator, that was playing.
No, that's Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody love Benny the Butcher. You know you rock Benny the Butcher. I see you bobbing your head.
Never heard a song.
That's why I'm playing his music so much this week, because I know you a Benny fan. It's no worries, all right? I rock with Benny. You rock with Benny, so I figured I just play Benny all week. So yeah, it's what we're loving on. It's Benny the Butcher, man. It's a great week for Benny the Butcher, don't you think?
No.
What you mean? This is great music, bro. It's a great artist. I think
it's a Wiz, Mac, and Wappa type of week, I think.
Well, those are OGs, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Those are OGs. Mm-hmm.
Feeling good though, dude.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
4 days away, 5 days, however you want to count it, but looking forward.
Man, coming soon, bro. Coming soon.
What's the deal with this weather? I'm hearing it's going to be worse than the wind tunnel game, Bills-Patriots 2 years ago, where Mac Jones only threw 2 passes.
Honestly, after being in Buffalo for 4 years, I don't check the weather, bro. I don't. All I know is it's going to be a game on Sunday, and they're going to be ready for whatever the weather is. So just make sure that, we ready for whatever the weather is. But we don't want to get too enamored with all that other nonsense, man. But I have seen
it makes it interesting,
people.
though. I think it will be. It'll make the game, it'll be a dynamic. Like, if you're getting 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
I'm with you. With you, man. I'm definitely with you.
They say the steady gusts are going to be like around 20, 25.
Yeah.
Cool temps, 20-something, feels like single digits.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting dynamic, that's all.
Oh, no, I do agree.
Because it affects the passing game.
No, it should.
For both sides, no matter
what.
Trust
me. It's going to have its whatever impact it's going to have. I just look at it like this. Is it going to matter when the game is over in terms of who won and who lost?
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
No, because
so that's my thing. Yeah, I'm like, bro.
Either way.
It was snowing last year with Cincinnati up there. Nobody cared about that. It could be 100 degrees in Miami. Nobody going to care about that. You better go out there and find a way to win, man.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I think it's an interesting storyline going in, though.
Yeah.
No matter the weather, either way, what team's going to impose their will more on the other?
Seriously, because you talk about two of the hottest teams right now, two of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. This is what we talk about,
But
bro.
it might make that aspect of the game a little bit more prevalent. I'm talking about the weather, just because both teams might run the ball a little bit more, a tad bit more.
Yeah. If you think about it, that's what both teams have been doing a lot though this season.
Right.
Big part of their success. Both parties. So, yeah.
The win just might make it a little more predictable, depending on how the game flow goes.
No,
for
absolutely.
Either side.
It definitely could. Who do you think it impacts more, though, if you had to decide? Because I think both of these teams are Northeast teams that deal with the elements. Both play outside. Both live in it.
Exactly. I think we are going to focus on running the ball. Now, The Bills will run the ball, but some of that has to do with Allen and his dropbacks passing. So I don't know if
To
that
an extent,
goes away a little bit more.
To an extent, yes. But in all seriousness, it's the James Cook show when it comes to the running game. That's the reality of it, you know?
But he'll pick up like an extra 50 or so on the ground just throughout the course of the game.
I'm with you.
So I wonder if his dropbacks get limited.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's the dude where you're going to drop back how many times in a game? Like 40 times just to see what he could do. Because that's part of it.
He's going to get his, yeah.
You just say, hey, drop back, pass the ball. If not, run it. Like I just wonder if that'll be a little bit less and they'll focus more on traditional running. To what degree? Are we talking 5 snaps, 10 snaps? I don't know.
We're going to find out. You know, that's the exciting part about it because it's a lot of ways that this game could play out, bro. It's a lot of ways, man.
The wind affecting the kickers, too?
It could definitely have an effect. And you think you got 2 of the best kickers in the AFC? Think about that as well, man.
They like Bass up there.
Said, do they like Bass?
Do they?
You like Bass down here, right?
Yeah.
Check Bass stats, man.
I didn't know if he was like that.
Yeah, Bass don't miss, bro.
At
least
least
that's what
I'm
they
not
say.
familiar with his game.
Yeah, he don't miss. He a 50-plus dude consistently. Yeah, you know. They love the punter, even though it's
Bass versus Balls.
They both dope, though. See, you trying to make it a competition. They're both dope players. You heard me say 2 of the best in the AFC. You heard me say 2 of the best in the AFC. It was respect on both sides because they both dope kickers. They love their punter up there, too. I'm just throwing it out there. Now, granted, it's games where you might go 3 weeks and he not punt, but they like the punter up there a lot. He pretty dope.
Do we like ours?
I like Press.
Did you hear the new news?
I seen we brought Brad back, so clearly something going on. They're not as happy with him as they are up in Buffalo.
Did the injury report come out?
We got to check that. I don't know if it came out just yet.
Because the last time we picked up Brad was because Presley was dealing with something.
Yeah.
If he's not dealing with something, that just means, hey, Press, this is the playoffs.
Yeah.
Bro, let's step it up.
Hey, Rashawn Jones and Talia Will, it is not a competition today, okay? When we get to Sunday, it could be all the competition it needs to be. But today, it doesn't have to be a competition, okay? We could just acknowledge Chris Boswell's greatness and Tyler Bass's greatness. We can acknowledge Presley Harvin's greatness and Sam Martin's greatness. We can acknowledge Mason Rudolph's greatness and Josh Allen's greatness, because we're going to talk strengths and weaknesses today. So I'm just, like I said, this is a great day. It does not have to be real combative, okay? We're all here together at the picnic. We sitting on this side of the table, they on that side of the table, but it's like Thanksgiving. It's all good, okay?
Presley Harvin is not on the injury report.
So this is interesting. I like it, though. I mean, we've all talked about Presley's play, right? And regardless of if I'm talking about the net punting or if people are just talking about overall punting, we would agree that, yeah, you would still want him to be better and more consistent. So if you're bringing in a Brad Wing to either let him know that, hey, we really want you to be better this week, then, hey, man, Brad's a guy that can come in here and push him.
Yeah. Hey, this guy might be next up.
Absolutely. So it's like, man, we're going to see what you look like in practice. Go out there and you play your game. But if you're not what we think you need to be, then we got this other option that's here and we're already familiar with it as well. So that's kind of how I look at that part. And like I said, it's cause and effect. Nothing personal with Press. You know, I got mad love for Press. But it's like, man, when you open the door or you leave the door open for debate like he's done this season, when the team decides to bring in a guy, regardless of the status or the caliber of him, you don't get to be upset about it. You just kind of have to work through it. So hopefully for him, it's used as more motivation that Brad is here, and that makes him lock in and punt even better versus it being the alternative where, you know, you get in your feelings and you shut it down, and now Brad be punting for you and you'll be watching Brad punt.
Wing wasn't bad in the first game we saw him this year. Second game,
But that's also part of why Wing has been available as well, man. When you think about it, it was like dudes that you're picking up at this time of year that you're able to get on and off the rosters, they're available for reasons, whether it's injury, whether it's lack of production, whether it's lack of consistency, or some people just got off the field stuff, right? So it's like, you know, to some extent it's going to be how long does it work until the other shoe falls off. And that's part of what people say with the whole Joe Flacco thing, right? How long until, because if it was this great this whole time, why was it even available? if he could do this whole time and it was sustainable, why did he ever leave wherever he was at prior to even coming here? You know, and those are some of the questions that legitimately get asked. We just hope that for us, I'm sure for Cleveland, they say in the same vein that, man, that other shoe don't fall off anytime soon. Because we obviously got our own scenario of that with Mason.
A theory just popped into my head about Flacco. It has nothing to do with our punting situation.
Yeah.
So he was in Denver, and he was with New York.
Yeah.
They tried him as the starter in Denver for a little bit, right?
He got an opportunity
and then
start
New
in New
York.
York.
He kind of did too with Zach Wilson's injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He started a few games.
Yeah, but it was more like it was in response to the injuries in New York, whereas in Denver, I think I thought he got a legitimate opportunity.
I think
in
he
Denver.
started the season. Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this. In those two scenarios for Flacco, they didn't let Flacco be Flacco.
Okay.
They were trying to run a more conservative offense around him due to them having good defenses or having more of just like that defensive-minded approach as organizations and teams. Whereas Cleveland, them picking up Flacco as their fourth quarterback on the season, they're just thinking, bro, just do something good. You know what I mean? I think they're just letting Flacco go out there and sling it, which is letting Flacco play loose and play as good as he has. Now, there's a detriment to that, and that's some of the picks, but you're getting some good stuff from him. I'm just wondering if, like, those two scenarios didn't play to his strengths as much as the Browns are right now, him coming off the couch and just having, like, shucks, like, I'm just going to go out there, whatever. And the Browns are playing into that because they're just like, bro, we're on our fourth quarterback. Who cares? Yeah. Like, if you're doing anything better than DTR, that's how it's money for us.
Yeah. I mean, that could definitely be a part of
just
it as well,
theory.
man.
It literally just popped up in my head.
Yeah. And when you think about a dude like Flacco, he's seen a lot of football. So he's not confused. He still has a healthy, big arm. And they still can run the ball, so he's not the guy that you're dependent on to throw it 40-plus times either. So almost it's like that perfect storm of you go into a perfect system where they're going to allow you to play, but even with them allowing you to play, it plays to your strengths because you got this run and play action option where when he play action pass and he's throwing that downfield, it's like, bro, Joe can still do that part. And now you giving him a favorable look because of the threat of the run with it being in Cleveland as well, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It could just be as simple as two. You're right.
Seriously,
better
man.
offensive system that the Browns have versus what Denver had and also the Jets.
Yeah.
Just a theory. Just
I like it, bro. I like it, man. I like it.
Hopefully, I was gonna say hopefully Browns lose week 1.
We'll get to
Wild
those.
card.
We'll get to those picks tomorrow. We'll get to them for you, Christian Manzi.
Just get them bounced.
For you, we've been hot, and I think I washed you again last week. I'm just throwing it out there, bro. It's a strong possibility I washed you.
I don't know.
It's a strong. I probably did wash you, bro. You know how I go, man.
Who got the picks for us last time?
It was Jaron Pittsburgh for life. Yeah, PS for life. So
I'll defer to him.
I'm sure he's gonna tell me that I want him again. You know how that go. I just think I got to check it tonight for tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, baby, it's gonna be a good day today. All right, so any Deke thought?
No, just ready for Sunday.
All
ready for the weekend.
All right. Okay. Plenty Benny the Butcher then, man. Be plenty Benny the Butcher for us this weekend, baby. So I'm excited about it. So without further ado, let's start the show like how we always do. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the comment section so that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time and subscribe if you have not done so just yet. So on the front end of this thing, Deke, I think we should be responsible. You know? Sometimes you gotta be responsible, man.
Always.
And with that being the case, I think we will hop right into it because above your head, you do see a beautiful logo. DraftKings Sportsbook. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful, might I add. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what is DraftKings? Well, they're just the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North of America. They are safe. Just like Deke, they're secure. And like me and Deke, they're reliable. All right? You need reliability when you're talking about the sports booking world, okay? So, with that being the case, though, we love them because during this time of year, there's plenty of parlays out there and a lot of other ways that you might be looking to, up the ante for Super Wild Card Weekend. Well, ladies and gents, the best way to do that is to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. But when you do so, you're going to have to, type in your name. And that's cool when you set all that stuff up. But bump all that. When it's time for that first deposit, when it's time for that first wager, make sure you do one thing. Make sure it's a minimum of $5, but use the promo code Moats so that way you can receive up to $200 in free bet money. All right. It's a beautiful thing. We call it draft deposit money. All right. So with that being the case, you see the promo code, you see the link, but I also understand, Deke, that at times people struggle. Now, if I'm talking to you or someone you might know that has a gambling problem, needs crisis counseling or even referral services, if you live in New York, you see the number to text. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better back to our regularly scheduled program, baby.
Raw Dollars tuning in from the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Sharing line, baby.
Share a line. Let's go.
Richard Arbiza, 310, Carson, California. Shout out to Moats' son-in-law. Probably rocking black and gold this Sunday.
Ooh.
Hashtag pure blood.
There it is. You never know.
I wasn't expecting that comment to
you
take
see?
that turn.
I told you, bro. I just be over here. I'm sending out friendlies, and y'all try to shoot at me. I'm over here just throwing out a bunch of friendlies, man. I'm just friendly.
That
All
one
right?
was a clever one by
That's
Richard.
crazy. That is crazy. All right. But I salute y'all for sure. Be love for my singing, though. I do appreciate y'all on that. Sequoia Harris said my voice was so good it could revive a dying dog. I like that, baby. Appreciate you on that one, man. That was actually high quality. Big Mabe calls it the gambler. He was just, showing the what do you call it? The phonics version of it, typing it out, the phonical. Yeah, however you want to say that thing.
Phonetic.
Yeah, there it is. That good teamwork right there. Phonetic. I like it. And then Donald Copeland said I cleaned it up at the end. I killed that. He was like, bro, that was fire. Shoot, somebody called me Whitney Houston in the chat. I know I peeped it in here somewhere. I usually go for Luther. Oh, Malachi SB. He said this might be Whitney Houston. This sound like Whitney to you? It sounds like Whitney to me a little bit. Like Bodyguard. Not national anthem, because I ain't got the, I ain't hit that one, but I got the, and that was Bodyguard. It felt Bodyguard. You was like Kevin Costner. Yeah, felt right.
Cal Monier tuning in from the 802, Green Mountain State, baby.
Shout out to the Green Mountain State. We got major love for you.
Tito Good Vibes, 817, Fort Worth, Texas.
Let's
Steelers win.
get it. Steven Carpenter said, man, that sounded like a baby's hum. It was so sweet. Just, I was like, I appreciate that, man. I usually go for, I try to relax you. I want you to feel like you smelling a baby's breath while listening to, an angel say good morning. Whatever that might sound like. It just sounds real sweet. I feel like that's what I sound like when I sing this thing, man. Yeah. It's like a perfect sunshine.
From the 575, Teos, New Mexico.
Shout out to New Mexico. I was like, the 575, that's like mine, but just different. Yeah. I like it.
Big Mabe.
Yeah.
918, T-Town, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
T-Town. Let's go.
Sajan Patel, also from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the 918.
Respect. Willie, that Steeler got 412. He says, I had a little bit more share. When he was listening, he said he got more of that than Whitney. I could dig that, You Sunny then. That's all good then, baby. We rock it work. We make it work. We ain't tripping on that at all, man.
Gavin Schneider, Toms River, New Jersey, 732. And then I will close it out with which one? We'll say Christian Manzi.
Shout out to Christian. We got your picks coming tomorrow, man.
Faro, PA, home of the Faro Steelers.
We got your picks coming tomorrow. All right.
Gavin Schneider threw me off for a minute. He just spammed it with Toms River, New Jersey.
Shout out to Toms River, New Jersey, baby. Shout out. I definitely peeped the spam action. I see you. And Next Concepts, he simply says, Moats' voice is music to the ears. Hashtag euphoric. I think that's a nice word. Euphoric. Just sounds right. Tito Good Vibes call me a little Lionel Richie. Yeah, I like that. Stan Clear said that my vocals was like rubbing his heart. Just made him feel just real at ease. So I appreciate you for that, Stan. Appreciate you. All right. Well, Cardiac X Attack or Cardiac Times Attack Gaming. Shout out to you in the Bahamas as well, man. Holding down the Steelers and Corey Hewins. I know you were in Greer, South Carolina, the 864 one time for the culture. SD Ninja said, I need a baker. Not you spell he left off the B and put an F. It's, the keys kind of close together. So sometimes I'm sure he just like it was a little mistype, I'm autocorrect. But he meant I need a baker. That's what he said. I got Anita Baker voice. Yeah. I like that, man. I like that. All right. Well, Deke, if you ready, I'm ready. We got strengths and weaknesses to discuss today. All right. On the front end, no TG. He's not feeling the best today. All right. So y'all spam him and be like, yo, get better soon or stop ducking us. All right. So it's one or the other. He was either ducking us or he's really sick. Okay. One or the other. Either way, run up on him. All right. And check out that locker mates that just dropped too, man. Obviously, we had the one with KJ Wright, Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl champ, man, was on the call for that game a couple weeks ago when we played them dudes over there, man. So definitely check out that as well while we in absence of TG today. Yeah.
You want to hit these supers?
Yeah, let's tap in.
How about this one, though, real quick?
What you got?
Red brings us up in the comments. Says, damn, they fired Pete Carroll.
Bro, I did peep that. What was it technically a fire? Because they said that he's going to be around the organization as an advisor.
Yeah, I think they like him. Here's my guess. They just think he's too old at this point.
That's what I got too.
They're just thinking, why don't we start up the new era now, sooner rather than later?
Yeah.
As opposed to keeping Pete around for another year.
Yeah. And it's like, we're going to keep you around the building so you're still here, you're still a part of it, but you're not the head dude anymore. Because I was like, if you're firing him, you would just put out, flat fire. Why would you even keep him around as an advisor? That's almost like what we're doing with Kevin Colbert. When it was like he retired, but he still was around or still is around as an advisor. I'm like, one is him deciding to walk away from that position. It's a difference when you've been the head guy and now I'm going to appoint you as advisor, no longer head man. That was my whole part. That's why I kind of got what you got of, yo, you just too old. That's kind of how they view it. Yeah. I don't know. Do you agree with it? I don't personally agree with it, bro.
I would have kept him around for as long as he wants to coach.
Man.
As long as you're still putting out winning records and are competing for playoff spots, keep him around. The
thing that I think was the difference of, when you're just talking Pete Carroll and Coach T this season, because both of these dudes had their situations where they were coming under fire. We found a way to get into this postseason, bro. They didn't.
It came down to that game, literally.
Think about it, bro.
They beat the Cardinals.
Seriously, man.
To get that extra win they needed. They didn't get the help from the Packers, though.
Because I'm like, if Pete Carroll and the Seahawks make that postseason, bro, he's still there. They not firing that man. But you don't make the postseason. Now you got a legitimate case of, yo, we're going to move on, whatever reason it is. But even more so because now we can look and say, yo, you did not actually make this postseason.
They're crazy.
I would agree, bro.
You got a good thing. Stick with him until he wants to call it quits.
Right.
It goes back to my Coach T conversation, or my debate for him, where he's just a good coach. If he's available, if I'm a team out there, I would take a chance. Even though he is old, I'd take a chance on him.
My question to you is this, very similar to what we saw happen in New England, right, where this year they're kind of saying, man, this will definitely be the case where they move on from Belichick, right? We still believe that Belichick's tenure there was great, historic, Hall of Fame catalyst, right? But these past couple of seasons, with the way that it's looked, they're like, it was justified in moving on. And since he was one of the people, a part of transitioning from Brady, even more so, let's get him out of here. Pete Carroll, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not that way.
Yeah. So that was the part where I'm like,
last year they were supposed to be tanking. They were supposed to have
and they still find a way to make it to the postseason. Yeah, they found a way. So
first year without Russ.
It really caught me off guard also with that, because you look at Belichick's success up there, but how they're moving on, or all signs are pointing they're moving on. And I don't think anyone's going to look at that as crazy. Should Pete Carroll, at least to you, have gotten that same ability to kind of like really bottom out? Because this isn't bottoming out.
He never has.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't bottoming out. But this is the convo that we had about Coach T also.
Yeah.
When we said that this wasn't bottoming out.
Coach T still got another 15
Yeah.
years in him if he wants.
Yeah.
I get that's the difference between this with
one's
Carroll and
51
Tomlin.
and one's 71.
Yeah, for
or
sure.
72.
And that's why I think Seattle's moving on is just
Yeah.
due to his age. But I don't know. They might be making a premature mistake here.
And Belichick is not gone yet, but a lot of the reports are saying that that's what they're leaning towards. But yeah, we got Vrabel that they got, and Carroll got.
Yeah,
I think Vrabel's the hottest of all of them. Yeah,
I'd go Harbaugh first.
Well,
I go
if
him
he makes
first.
the jump. If now that he won the Natty, he probably does make the jump. If he makes the jump, obviously Harbaugh, I think I'm with you, is number one. But
Vrabel
got to be two, right?
Yeah, Vrabel too.
Yeah.
And then I think your pick between Belichick and Carroll. If they still want to coach.
Well, this is my part. If Carroll is an advisor, how does
He is sticking on?
I read
sure?
that in the
Or
announcement.
Seattle just offering him the option
I
to stick
read
around?
that all in the announcement where it was like, yo, no longer the head man, but he will still be around as a advisor for the organization. That was definitely what I read, and that's what made me think Kevin Colbert. And then I was like, it can't be Kevin Colbert because Kevin Colbert retired and decided to take that position. Pete Carroll 2 weeks ago literally said, I still want to coach.
Right.
If they'll have me back, I still want to coach. So I know he don't want to just be an advisor because he would have said it then when they asked him.
He's still a young man at heart.
Yeah.
He wants to still be
And
out
you
there.
talk to dudes that have played for him. Like I said, KJ Wright, he was one of the ones that just a week ago, bro. That's what he was like, man, still young, still relates, you still feel the energy. So when I think of how we talk about former players that play for Coach T, when we're like, bro, we still feel he got it. We still think he can relate to these guys. We still think he do all those things. I'm like, I take your word because yeah.
And that's the interesting thing, too. I don't think Seattle's going down the tubes. They got a nice young defense. They got nice parts to their defense. Yeah. They needed to retool. But they still got a good structure of a squad.
The problem was when they were supposed to have a hard reset, Geno Smith played too good. And that threw off the expectations, bro. You never got a chance to fully bottom out.
I don't know if they really needed to, though, because they got some of those Broncos picks.
Yes, I would agree with you. But what
they got Witherspoon.
But what I mean is this in terms of the bottom out part is Geno the guy? In terms of versus if you would have got you one of these young quarterbacks, that I think that part also is at play. But it's not a bad problem. But
they
ain't
missing
happens.
out on Bryce Young, I'll tell you that.
Right, hindsight's 20/20, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure there was a faction at a point in time when they made the decision that they were going to roll with Geno, or Geno was winning more, and it was like, yeah, we're going to lose out on this. That debate came. I'm sure it was a Deke fan in Seattle that's like, or the Deke version of you in Seattle that's like, bro, I don't know if I want to rock with them when I could get this dude who I know, you know what I mean, he's coming off a natty, this and that type of stuff. Because at the time, Bryce Young's approval rating compared to Geno's were very different. Now, fast forward 12 months later, I think in Seattle you're not tripping on Geno.
I guess my question is, do you think they're still thinking that way? They shouldn't because Geno made a Pro Bowl. I thought Geno played good this year. I would take
People
Geno
look at Geno
over.
as limited though.
I'd take Geno. I don't think he is. I think he's got the talent.
Okay.
But I would take Geno over every quarterback coming out right now outside of Caleb Williams, and they're not getting Caleb Williams. So
what's Geno's ceiling to you?
What he did his Pro Bowl year, and you could. I think you could go deep in the playoffs with that.
Fair enough. What did you classify him then as? His Pro Bowl season, was he a top 5 quarterback that year?
No,
was he a top 10 quarterback that year?
That season, you're borderline top 10.
Yeah,
you're borderline top 10. And the reason you're not top 10 is just based off the faith factor in Geno Smith. Right. Just like, is this the one season outlier? But that season, I bet you if we go back and rank him amongst all the quarterbacks,
well that year. Yeah,
4,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns. That's a top 10 season.
Yeah, we could do the numbers. Dang, Tua led the league in passing yards this year. Does that mean he's a top 5 quarterback or the best quarterback? Nah, that's my only thing. So I'm like, does that have any type of inkling on it as well? Or in terms of just the overall of how they got to this decision? I don't think that it was a bad thing that Geno played well and that they won games.
Right.
But when you're just looking back on how did it get here, that's just some of the stuff I'm just like, okay, would it have been different if the Drew Lock, Geno Smith did not work to that extent?
You're saying they'd keep Carroll around for the Rebo?
I think it might have been different because I don't think that you're as close to where you are right now. Right now, you're fringe playoff right now. So you really got to decide which way you're going with it.
Thing.
I don't either, bro. Part. But this the convo we was having here in Pittsburgh.
Not at all. Especially with how young the Seahawks, they got a bunch of talent.
And Deke, is that not the convo we've been having in Pittsburgh? that's the convo to an extent. Up until these last 3 games, Coach T has lost it. These dudes versus the old wave defensive mind versus we need young offensive mind. We need to be able to score. It's a different philosophy. Times have changed. Even though we look at Coach T and we was like, bro, he can still motivate, he can still coach, he's still getting the max out of this group, even with the injuries and whatever else is going on, we're still finding ways. We look at Seattle and we say similar things out there, man. And you look at their group, core is young, found their quarterback, got running backs, got you a primetime receiver. So it's like, dang, why they treat him like that? Why they move on? But
I think it's just the age.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think they're wrong. I mean, I don't know why you just wouldn't do it on a year-to-year basis. Because, like Coach T, if you have Pete Carroll, you're at least guaranteed to be in the playoff
You're in the mix, bro. You are in the mix.
And again, I don't think the team's going backwards. I would assume the team's getting better. Now, do you think Geno Smith falls off? That's a different question. But I don't think it's that hard if you really want a different quarterback.
Yeah.
It is hard in terms of you got to give up assets, or you'd have to sign someone maybe like a Kirk Cousins. But you could do, like, if you think that's the thing holding you back,
close enough,
you could do that,
close enough.
And then just keep Carroll around and retool the team a little bit. But you got a good structure.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Whatever. Hey, that's their thing.
I'm
Maybe they're going for Vrabel. Like if you get Vrabel,
who got fired first?
Huh?
Who got fired first?
Vrabel.
I guess so. Yeah. Because Carroll was today. Or at least I saw it today. So, yeah.
If you get Vrabel, okay. I get it. That could be your guy for the next 10, 15.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't think they're getting Harbaugh.
Hey, Deke. Harbaugh don't want to go to Seattle?
What?
Harbaugh don't want to go to Seattle? Hey, Deke.
I just don't see them giving Harbaugh the type of control he probably desires.
I would agree.
I can't believe the Bears are bringing back their head coach. Dude, if I'm them, I'm giving the house to Harbaugh. And it would make so much sense because Harbaugh used to play there.
But what if that was the convo and they just couldn't agree upon it? Maybe they just couldn't agree upon it.
Maybe.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man, because we've all
Or maybe they just didn't want to wait on Harbaugh, where he's like, you got to give me a week.
That could be too.
Then you're playing a weird game with that.
I mean, your season's over, so you're trying to build up your new staff. So that way you can get your, philosophies, and then you can figure out who you trying to sign, whether it's in free agency or even targeting the draft. So to an extent, I mean, I can get it. But at the same time, Harbaugh still hasn't confirmed that he's leaving yet. So obviously you still got to wait on the hook for that too.
Yeah. I don't think anyone really knows an answer.
But this was his second year up there, right? His over in Chicago. His second year, the GM's first year, right? Because I know they're offset. Yeah, I want to say they were offset.
Second or third.
Yeah. Because I'm like, if it's his second, I think I could make more of a, okay, he's super duper new, but now this your third year, bro. This is make or break time. Like, let's go. If it's the third year, I don't know. Unless you said, hey, we want to stick with Fields and we want to keep everything together for him.
They finished strong.
They did. Because you could keep it all together for him specifically.
I guess why? Well, so they fired the offensive coordinator.
Right.
I guess why
but
it
in
makes
terms
sense
of coach and GM together, why you still have the quarterback that's there. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, because Eberflus is more defense guy.
Right.
And their defense has been kind of solid.
Yeah.
Fired the OC. So maybe that's what they're thinking. Get Justin Fields out of here. Get a new OC. Mm-hmm. Eberflus and his defense ain't the problem. We're just going to
And shout out to Davis. So he said this is his second year
it
there.
Should make it better.
This was his second year for Eberflus. Yeah, I saw Chicago cat right there. He's not a Chicago fan, but he's always tuning in from Chicago.
If I was Chicago, I would have went all in on Harbaugh. Now, they might have behind the scenes. We just don't know.
Yeah. Would you have made the decision to stick with Fields, or what's your decision with that also? Because I do think...
Right now?
Don't you think all of that is at play, though? Whether you're talking about the decision to go after Harbaugh, what if Harbaugh is telling you, I want Caleb, and he's saying, bro, we keep your Fields?
That was a mistake by the Bears organization if they did that.
Fair enough.
I think you.
I don't know if
I think
it was.
I think you go. I think you go Harbaugh and Caleb Williams over keeping Fields.
I'm just, hey, bro. I'm just asking over here, bro. You know me. I'm just asking. I'm like, bro, because we trying to figure out why would they, right? Why would this? Like, just throw that out there. Let's see. Is this it? I don't know. Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My guess is Harbaugh's just taking his time with it.
I mean, he's fresh
Bears
off a natty, bro.
Don't want to wait, because they could wait it out and lose a guy that they have some positive vibes for right now with Eberflus, especially with how the season ended, and then still not get Harbaugh and be left empty-handed because Vrabel might go to, like some of the other hot coaching candidates might go too.
Yeah,
while they're waiting on Harbaugh.
Could go to Seattle, Harbaugh could go to LA, and now you stuck holding the bag.
Yeah, exactly. And you actually still kind of liked what you had in Eberflus. It's just he's your third or fourth option.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's real,
but
bro.
But if you go chasing for those top candidates and miss out,
that's real.
You'll be left empty-handed.
That's definitely real.
It's what happened with the Browns for a minute there.
Yeah.
Wherever they said, we're going to go for Deshaun, Baker saw it. He's like, I'm out now.
And
then they didn't have a quarterback.
And that's
but then they were like, you know what? We have to go for Deshaun now.
And they had to break the bank. Yeah. I mean, when you get to that point, you got to break the bank, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Chargers need to go for Harbaugh or Vrabel. Yeah, those are the top two.
Yeah, those are definitely the top two. Harbaugh definitely won, though. I feel like Harbaugh's won.
Easily.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, I just like
Vrabel's too. I can't believe the Titans fired Vrabel. They're idiots.
I would agree, but
absolute idiots.
As much as I think it was an idiotic decision, I still wasn't surprised that the Titans did it, though.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I was like,
they were talking about how
man.
His teams have slid in the second half of the last couple seasons. It's like, bro, the second half of 2022,
come on, bro.
He had injuries all over the place.
About
he started
man.
Josh Dobbs, and who knows?
Bro,
who the hell else
had Malik
knows?
Willis as your backup at one point, and he wasn't even out there anymore because he could get killed. He got killed. Dobbs got killed. Who was the one dude? Because Dobbs, they signed him that one time, and he literally was fresh off the flight and started. Yeah.
And he didn't give them Vikings Dobbs.
Nah. He go Vikings Dobbs.
And then this year, I think it's just at a point with the Titans, they don't have enough talent.
Yeah.
They need to retool. Now, as part of that, Vrabel, I don't know who's making the decisions on personnel.
Well,
they got rid of A.J. Brown.
Also, think of this, though.
Drafted Treylon
The same
Burks.
way here, part of the criticism for Coach Tomlin is he's old school, right? Run the ball, play defense. What do they say about Tennessee when you play them? Run the ball and play defense. Could that also be, part of what they don't like about Vrabel? They want to get more current, more offensive-minded.
They need to get some better players.
I think that's a big part of it.
Or better OC, whatever. I just know Vrabel, like Tomlin, like Pete Carroll, is a good head coach. He knows how to lead the locker room, lead men.
100%.
So keep him around. Get a new OC. Get a new quarterback. Figure that. Getting rid of Vrabel like that all willy-nilly, I think it's stupid.
Yeah. We're on the same page, man. We definitely on the same page.
Yeah, it's the same argument for Tomlin, really.
Tomlin, yeah.
Could we use a new OC here? Could we get new players? Yeah. That's what I was talking about 3 weeks ago. But now I don't even know if we need that. We just needed Mason Rudolph.
Man, you see what time I'm on. Sheesh.
We just needed Mason Rudolph.
You see what time? Roo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no complaints about Pickens anymore.
I'm telling you, in the pack, each and every
Faulkner
and
Sullivan, not a bad OC combo, huh?
Hey, we done had 3 packs in a row. All right? That's all I'm saying, man. I can't wait for this 4th pack in a row. I'm going to get me a 4th pack. You feel me? So it's going to be a fire situation over here, man.
Oh, man.
Don't do that. You don't do that. Don't do that.
You're saying it's guaranteed?
Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. I've been hitting a lot of packs this week. That's what I'm saying. It's been a lot of packs since these past, 3 to 5 weeks, man. It's been a lot of packs in the air. That's all I'm saying. Somebody got to do it. All right? Somebody got to do it. I haven't found a Deke that does it for Buffalo, so I got to hold your weight over there. I double. It's a lot of. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, you're telling the chat.
Yeah, I do it for you, man.
You're telling the chat where to find you. Then
I did it for you. Man. I do it for you.
Oh God.
I do every time I do it. I'd be like, in Deke's name. What would Deke do? That's what I say every time. What would Deke do? Deke will fire this thing up. That's what he said.
Bro,
I had the hybrid, bro. I had that. You ever had
You can't do that.
You ever had a perp fin? I had purple fin this week, bro. It was fire. What?
You can smoke a Bills pack, but you can't do the reverse. You can't do that.
What? That's crazy.
I'll get you a Bills pack.
That's crazy.
I got some vintage ones.
I know you do got some vintage ones. Yeah, they probably still by now. You don't need that in your life no more, man. Jeez.
That 2021 one.
Golly,
I think there's still one left in there.
Stop it.
Chavez Hayden. Join the upper room.
Shout out to. Oh yeah, it is Chavez. Yeah, Chavez Hayden. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. I don't know if it's Chavez or Chavez. Either way, We appreciate you, man. Welcome to the party.
Gondis on 07. Steelers-Cowboys home game next year. Moats, you going to wear the 50-50 jersey? All love, brother.
No, see, I never do the 50-50s. That's not on me, man. And to fully be transparent, it's never going to be Cowboys over Steelers or Cowboys over Bills. Ever. Because the Steelers and the Bills have put me. They actually gave me an opportunity. The last 2 times I played in Dallas, I got beat by Romo, and I hurt my knee on the gravy train out of there in AZ. I did get a cool pick walking off the field, though. I was like, yo, the irony of it all. The place where I fell in love with football is the place where I take my last snap at football. Make sure you get my good side. AP, come on. Don't you charge me for this picture now. Oh, it really hurt. Yeah, baby. Come on, man. So you don't have to worry about that, okay? No 50-50s, but I will be definitely at that game. Of course I'm be at that game. Yeah, that's one of the ones. I ain't missing that.
Stadium will be packed.
Unfortunately, it will, and it won't be all Steelers fans because I've learned that in the Killer Bee era, Deke, I will never forget that one, bro. In the Killer Bee era, when we on as hot as we could be, we hot, Deke. And man, we pulled up to that Cowboys game. Zeke, Dak, rookie year, and I seen way too much Cowboy. It ain't take up, but it was way too much Cowboy.
Yeah.
Same with that Niners. It was way too much Niner. I'm like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, yeah.
You're not wrong. I went to the 08 game when the Cowboys came to town.
Yeah.
Romo threw the game-losing pick 6 to Brian McFadden. And, yeah, there was just a little bit too many Cowboy fans in there for my liking.
Just a
the
little bit too
stadium
many,
atmosphere
man.
was electric, though.
Yes.
It was almost like the backyard
trying to
brawl
tell you, bro.
at Heinz
Yeah.
last year, where there was like 75% Pitt fans.
Yeah.
Then you had like the 25% West Virginia.
But they
But
die hard.
the
die
energy
hard.
was just
Yeah.
it was back and forth and just really live.
Yeah. Now that was definitely the case. And it's gonna be like that. I mean, it was like that. It would have been more like that with the Niners game this year if we would have just been in it more.
Sure.
But the game got out of hand, so that's why it really became them almost taking over this joint, you know? But yeah, I definitely remember that Cowboys one, man. They was definitely in there. Now we held our own though. I will say that. Steelers Nation, man, y'all ain't go out like no chumps, but they was definitely in there. That was like the first game I really thought to myself, like, bro, I really can see like the away team in the stadium today. Usually you don't see them at all. It's like I can see them in here. It's kind of weird. I don't like that.
Forcework 7, thank you for this reminder or correction. Actually, it says pick was Deshae Townsend. It was.
Shout out to 2-6. We had a
Just goes to show I'm getting old,
man.
I'm not remembering exactly who's picking passes off. Shout out
to Deshae. Even though I never have met Deshae, I've always had mixed feelings about Deshae. Okay. And it's the weirdest thing because I told you here we would name our defenses after players, right? Shout out to Dick LeBeau, that was his name. And we would call a defense after Deshae. Little 26, cover 2 and a cover 6. Well, for the outside linebackers, cover 6 is one thing where you got help and it's beautiful. Cover 2 is something totally different where you man-to-man and it sucks. But you still got to play the run out of it, and it's a bad just across the board. So anytime we would call Deshae, it instantly brought anxiety to me. And I think back to Cleveland. We playing them the year where they blew us out in Cleveland, and we get hit with this dumb pass, and Kiesel tackles the dude. I think it was the tight end. He tackles him like the 2-yard line. And I distinctly remember my dude Charlie Batch talking about, hey, man, yeah, bad play on 55. That's on Moats right there. I remember that's what started my initial beef with C. Batch because I'm like, bro, don't call me out. But it was because of that call. It was a cover 2 versus run at me. And I'm like, coach, how can I play pass with run coming at me and I'm outside linebacker when we set the force? This don't work. And I hated Deshae, and I never met him, and I felt some type of way for this long time since 2014 because that's when that play happened, and it was because of him and that defense, bro. So, yeah, that's how I feel about him and how I feel about Deshae. So when you brought him up,
in the moment.
Now it's all love now. But in the moment, yeah. So when you brought it up, it triggered me. As you can see, it triggered me, bro. I apologize. That daggone Deshae, bro. That cover 2 is a son of a gun. You be like, coach, why you doing this to me? I thought you liked me, coach. You supposed to like me. Why you putting me in a bind? It ain't RPO, but dang it feel like it. I can't play this or that you wrong one way or the other. Because if I'm running out here on this pass, then who gonna stop this run? Yeah. You still on this run? You ain't running past?
That's tough.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And then you got the vet calling you out on the daggone broadcast. Whoa. Hot. Don't you do me like that. Don't you call my mistake on TV. Shut up. Give it to yourself. You know how that go,
And
bro.
you just got here too. That was your first year.
Yeah, so I don't even know you like that, bro. Like, let me know you before you call me out, bro. Dang, I'm sensitive. All right, jeez.
You didn't want to become
Gee.
it happened afterwards, but
Right.
a Dante Moncrief type
Yeah,
of guy here.
yeah. I was like, don't do me like that. Don't, please, stop. Mm-hmm.
Michael Brooks, Benny gonna be crying to trade Allen. Who's he talking about? Who's Benny? Talking about Benny the Butcher.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it, bro. Hey, man, it's gonna be a great time, man. It's gonna be a great time. Cause I was really thinking about all that. I was like, yo, you know, you got Wiz and Benny, and I was like, dang, I rock with both of them too. And I was really trying to decide, like, man, what's the difference? I was like, Wiz give me my stoner music, Benny give me my gangster rap. I just typically like the gangster rap a little bit more, but stoner music is dope though. I've only seen Wiz in concert, so that's the balance of it. See, Deke, don't trip. That's the balance of it, bro.
We got Wapo here.
I'm with you. It's R.I.P., you know. And then what Mac is saying, R.I.P., but Mac's still a vibe, but it's R.I.P. That's all.
I'm just saying you were looking for the gangster music. Wapo can give you that
then
in Pittsburgh form.
I got Conway the Machine. The other way. I just that's all. But we here, man. That's why I got Wiz on today. All right, we rocking out, man. We rocking out. Pittsburgh, yeah.
Arctic Adjuster, can we please talk about the run game improvement rather than what the coach is doing next year? Who should start at quarterback? It's time for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Man,
I'm with you on the run game improvement, and a big part of that has been because of, you know, the quarterback situation. Just the simple ability now to have a legitimate threat of pass, right? Play action or stretching the field. It's changed the narrative when you see Najee Harris in the dot situation, right, directly behind the quarterback with two tight ends up there. 6 weeks ago, y'all were hollering about how that is so predictable, how it is such a high run probability, and how when it's so predictable, you can't be successful because it's just so predictable. Deke, you looked it up recently. Is it any less predictable when Najee's on the field that it's going to be a run play?
I'm just going based off my eye test.
Oh, yeah, eye contact.
Seeing the snaps.
Eye
like
contact.
he's getting X amount of carries, and whenever I see him out there. Yeah, I would say the same.
Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. I didn't like deep dive in the research.
Yeah.
But I remember in the past, I consistently said, it feels like anytime Najee's out there, we're running the ball. Like it's 85% chance. It feels the same way now.
Yeah. I will say it is. The big difference, though, is now in terms of defenses, you have to respect our play action pass element so much more. And when you don't, you see the slants that George Pickens, you see the in route that Deontay Johnson has been able to take to the house. You look at the coverages that those defenses were playing, and you look at the matchups. Those matchups are there because, okay, they don't want to respect the throw. So when you don't respect the throw and you keep 8 men in the box by the line of scrimmage, you're creating natural one-on-ones, and you're guaranteed to get cover 1 and cover 3. Because by the time they try to rock back to a cover 4, they're going to have to show themselves, right? So with that, you're getting a lot of information. So when Mason hits these throws, and this is why when we talked about the throws, even though it was more on the receivers making the run after, we highlighted the throw because of the ball placement. And we said when your ball placement is where it needs to be, like it was on those throws, you could see how a routine play can go 60 plus yards for a touchdown. That type of stuff has made defenses play us very differently with the run game now. Seattle was in a bind behind it because the 3 times they tried to play that game, we hit Deontay, we hit Moof, and then we hit GP. And from there, they was like, you know what, man, maybe we need to back up off of that. And that's where the running game kept going. So for me, man, I think this would be the exact same scenario. I look at this and I say, man, when we got that opportunity to see them in a 2-high look, Najee got to take off with that running game. Jalen Warren got to take off with that running game, which they've been doing, right? But when they walk that safety down in the box, that is the adjustment. That is them saying, we dare you, Mason, to beat us with your arm. That's when Mason has to deliver the throws that he's delivered these past 3 weeks. That's what Mitch struggled to do consistently. That's what Kenny has struggled to do consistently. So the running game's improvement is a big reason, from Mason in terms of just how they correlate to each other. Now, eventually, it's going to get to the point where that running game going to keep cooking. And now these defenses are going to be like, you know what, bro? Hey, man, we're going to have to let you beat us with your arm because clearly this running game is like that. Clearly this running game is real. And when teams have to play you honest, now it's a different ball game. Now that's what you're trying to see. I feel like Buffalo initially is going to play the Steelers honest because if you look at how the Steelers have been running on tape these past couple weeks, it's like, man, you can't sit there and play nickel versus this offense right now. They're a little bit too physical in there right now. That 12 personnel with Allen Robinson, it ain't no passing situation. That's run. So you better have your big boys out there. But the strain is, can your big guys match up with a Pat? Can they match up with an Allen when they run them on a route? If his GP is the solo receiver and he runs a deep over, can you match up with that? If it's Deontay as a solo receiver, can you match up with that? That's going to be the question. And the funny thing is, they're going to try to attack us the exact same way. They're going to want to hop in that 12 personnel and see if we play big boy groupings as well to stop James Cook and get that one-on-one with Diggs on the outside, one-on-one with Shakir on the outside. If Gabe Davis is available, that's the way that they're trying to hunt it up. So very similar philosophies as well. And that's also why both of these teams have been so hot down the stretch. Running games for both teams, man. Running games, man. It ain't gone yet, baby. That running game is still very much part of success in the league, baby. So I like what you on, Arctic Adjuster. Absolutely. People get enamored with the pass, and rightfully so, but that running game is the great equalizer. You do that, man. If you can run that ball consistently in this league, you will be in every single game you want to be in, man.
Back to his question about why aren't we talking about that versus what the coach is doing next year or who should start at quarterback. It's just not as interesting, flat out, right?
Look, there you go. That's the other part. So fair enough. Let's
just be real.
Let Deke tell you. All right, Deke, I'm gonna give it to you. I told you, I'm gonna give it to you with all the beautiful fluff. We're gonna season it up real nice. You know, it's gonna make it look good presentation. Deke just gonna give it to you raw, uncut. He's just like, look, bro, this is what it is. All right.
Come on, like asking the chatter. We could all attest this too. Any of us. We go online, you see a headline: Steelers running game is good. Coach T may not come back next year, or who is QB1 for playoffs, or who should start Mason or Kenny.
One is factual.
What two are you clicking over the other? You're clicking over the other two versus just the run game doing good.
You're right, bro.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
One could be factual, one could be speculative, but let it sound about that coach, about that QB, bro. You know, that's where they want to go with it, man. But I do like your energy, Arctic, man. Trust me. You fighting the good fight. I like your fight, baby. That's how I feel sometimes when I do the field sessions. I'm like, all right, do a running game one. Talk of quarterbacks. Everybody want quarterback, bro. You know how that go. You drop a Kenny tape, man, get 30,000 views of that thing. You start talking about these blocking schemes, this running game, you be like, we a little light today.
Hey,
it's real, bro.
To your point, though, about why the running game is doing good, it is because of the quarterback. I think the Mason effect has been real on this offense. It's opened things up. Got the O-line blocking better. Got the running backs running better. Receivers looking better. It's not a coincidence. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree. Shout out to Richard Arbizo. This is a perfect analogy for our deliveries. He says that I'm more Dave Chappelle. I'm going to clean it up, make it pretty, and then heavy, give it to you. He says you Cat Williams. You just burning everything up. You just lighting the whole internet on fire. Ain't got everybody talking crazy right now. Everybody...
I'm telling the truth.
Both parties tell the truth, though. That's the other part.
I'm telling the truth.
So, yeah, man.
That's probably why the running game isn't being talked about as much. It's just not as interesting.
Deke said, look...
It doesn't captivate an audience.
Deke said, look, man, I ain't taking you out to eat. Deke ain't taking you out to eat. Then I said, you know what time it is. Deke said, I'm hitting you. It's 12 o'clock. You know what time you are. I'm over here like, you trying to go to lunch? You want to get a coffee date? We just spend some time. It's all right. Netflix. Want to watch a movie? It's different. It's all right. It's all good.
Juby 28. If we win, Deke has to do the intro Monday. That's crazy. They're saying they're muting you for first
that is wild.
2 or 3 minutes.
Hey, you know what though? I would just hate if it was the other way around. Cause whoo, child. Dang. Oh. We ain't gonna think about it. We ain't gonna think about it. Just positive, happy thoughts. I'm with you, bro. Like I said, it's no beef. That's what I'm saying. It's no beef. I don't want to be any beef. I don't want to be no beef. No beef. All right. We got a whole next week to deal with, man. Everything is happy this week. Everything is positive. Positive. All right. Because I don't know what next week holds. I just don't know. All right. I know it's gonna be a vibe. I just don't know how much of a vibe it's gonna be, and I'm nervous about it, Deke. I'm nervous. All right, I'm more nervous about next week than I am about Sunday. If we being fully transparent, okay? I'm petrified of next week, Deke. I am shaking in my boots for next week, Deke, because I really don't know. I don't know. This week, I can maneuver this week. I can handle this week, Deke. That next week, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to maneuver that one, Deke. I don't know. So I'm just like, yo.
Is it because you don't know how the game's gonna play out either?
I'd really, yeah. It could
that
go a lot of ways,
that
bro.
might have a big part of it.
It could go a lot of ways, and you know this, because I could say 3 different scenarios, and I think all 3 of them we could all look and be like, I could understand all 3 of those scenarios. You know, that's the reality of it. I can see us choking them out, dog fight. We create the turnovers and we get up out of that thing. I can see they turning it over, dog fight. Josh becomes Superman at the end and they get out the stadium. I could also see them come out with no turnovers and, yeah, play like they're been capable of it at times. And that could get weird. But then at the same time, I can see Mason come out here like he did versus Cincy, and now it's a whole nother ball game. So I'm like, bro, are any of them things out the equation? No. Are any of them things something that we have not seen this year specifically? No. And from both teams, too. So that's why I'm like, bro, I really don't know what I'm fit to get this weekend. But I know it's going to be great. I know I'm excited. But I'm petrified for next week, though, D. I just don't know, D.
I know for a fact the thing
so
you
nervous,
don't want
D.
is the refs affecting a game in a
This
crazy
is very,
way.
Oh, don't do me like that, Deke. Please don't do me. I don't need that on top of everything else. I definitely don't need that because that would just make it way worse. If it's that with the, that'd be just way worse, bro. Way worse. So yeah, I just don't know. Cause literally, it could be me and Deke in here partying next week with a slight hate on my side. All right. Or it could be I'm partying next week and all y'all over here like empty the chopper on Moats. I can't stand Moats. You fake. You suck. You have blood. Oh my God. Get off the internet. You terrible. I can see that too. I can see it. I can see it. And I'm over here like, I get it. But at the same time, like, hey, it's a party over here. I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. So I'm petrified, bro. I'm really petrified. And I'm like, you know how hard it is, Deke, to not celebrate every... Imagine, Deke, if Pittsburgh had won 5 in a row, won the division, and clinched the 2 seed. You would be in here acting a fool every single day this week. I'm containing that part.
You know what, though?
You see what I'm saying?
We just went on a 3-game winning streak.
Uh-huh. And this fire.
I've been calm, though.
You've been calmish. You've been calmish.
I've been calm. I think it's just because I developed a new approach to the rest of the season after our terrible 3-game losing streak. After that Colts game, I think I was just like, you know what? We're not tanking the season because you know my opinion on that. If you're still in the mix for the playoffs, you never do that. Never. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to take this a game at a time. I'm taking this a game at a time right now.
You sound like a person's been wounded before.
I was like, you know what? We're a bad team right now. After that Colts game, I was like, you just have to admit we're bad. Like we're a bad team right now.
Deke has been through some things. That's what it sounds like, bro.
We're a bad team.
Yeah.
But there are reasons for hope. This is the NFL. Anything can happen. So let's just go into next week against Cincy and see what takes place.
I love it.
And then it was on the next week against Seattle. Let's not even think about the Ravens or anything like that.
I love it,
Can Mason just repeat this?
I love it, man.
He did.
I love it.
Baltimore. So yeah, I've been very calm.
I like your energy, bro.
But also happy. But I think, yeah, I'm just taking it one week at a time right now.
You see me, I done got heavy-handed. When Coach T win, I'll be over here talking greasy. They told me he couldn't win. They said he was mediocre. I'm off the top rope every single game, so don't let that happen.
Well,
I promise you don't let that happen.
Our last 3 games and winning our, going 3-0, I'm not surprised.
Me either. But that's
it looked unlikely at the time, but just based off Tomlin's history, based off our Steelers history here, with him being the head coach, like, yeah, we do typically bounce back and overcome some adversity.
Yeah.
Now, do we expect fully 3-0? I don't know. I mean, I'm not completely surprised. Maybe 9-8 was the more likely scenario, but either way, yeah, us bouncing back didn't surprise me like that much.
Right.
I would actually have been more surprised if the team continued the Colts way.
Yeah.
Players aren't responding and
lost
we
it all.
go
Yeah.
0-3.
I would agree with you there.
But that's where we were at the time. Like it wasn't looking pretty.
Yeah. No, that's accurate, man. That's definitely accurate. And we on the same page with that, man.
Come on, yeah. I'm very hyped to see Herbig on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Casey and Minka possibly. Oh, they're playing.
Yeah, so they've already we talked about it yesterday, man. They already had reinstated, or was it yesterday or Monday? Excuse me. They already reinstated KZ, and then with Minka, he was limited. Yeah, I want to say he was limited yesterday, but he did practice though. So like I said, that's good. Do we got the? Or no, not yesterday. Excuse me, I'm tripping on that. He check him for today. Let's see. I want to say yeah. Check him for today, but I want to say he was out there.
I had it pulled up.
Yeah, I want to say he did practice.
Harvin again, not hurt.
Yeah.
Pat P limited resting. Minka full.
Yeah, I was gonna say he practiced. Okay, we good.
Najee DNP knee.
Yeah, and then they had the rest days for
Yeah, none of these guys on the injury list I'm concerned about outside of TJ. Pat P, Najee, Minka, Landon, Hayward, Samalu, and Ogunjobi. They're all going to play.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to say they listed one of them as like rest day. I feel like on one of the things I saw, it was like
Cam, Larry, and Pat P all resting.
So it was like, all right, we know this not an issue at all. Yeah.
Isaac and Landon, they have for Isaac's got a shoulder and Landon's got a pec, but it's basically resting.
Yeah, and he played.
Same with Najee, knee. He's resting.
Yeah.
They might be dealing with those things, but if we needed to play today, they would play.
Yeah, I would agree. And up in just up in Buffalo, the big injuries up there.
Douglas,
the receiver,
Davis,
Gabe Davis. Yeah, so Gabe dealing with the PCL sprain day to day.
Do you know their status?
All of them are day to day right now.
They got DNP on Davis and DNP for Douglas today. Yeah,
but McDermott, like when he did his little press conference, he was like, all of them are going to be day to day. All of them have a chance to play, but he's like, literally, we just monitoring it. Yeah, them two, and then
Dotson,
the linebacker. Yeah, Dotson, because he had a shoulder. That was the linebacker, and then the running back. Oh my goodness, Ty Johnson. He had the concussion, so he's coming back. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Von Miller DNP vet rest.
Yeah.
Is he going to be inactive again? You think?
They dressed him last game. He played last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just when you coming back from injury and you playing through the rust, but at the same time they are hot at that position already. It's like, man, where do we fit you in? You got the money, but Leonard Floyd is playing better. Gregory Russo's playing better.
Yeah.
Oh, like AJ Epinette, like across the board. So that's part of the whole issue with him. But he's the big money. So how do you healthy scratch it?
Josh Allen neck.
He's been dealing with that. No, it's been like the past 4-5 games. Okay. Neck, shoulder. Yeah.
They just
got a little stinger.
They just throw it on there.
Mm-hmm. Got a little stinger situation, man. So that's why every time you see him run somebody over, he do that. Yeah. And every time he like scores a touchdown, because like the whole, I'm hurt. Don't forget me, I'm hurt. Yeah.
Arctic Adjuster, can we please talk about? I read that one.
He dropped it like 3 times though, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like literally. Because I thought I was tripping too, but no, it's up here 3 times, bro. It's at 406, 409, and then 410 as well.
Well, good for
all right. Shout out to you, Arctic, for all. Yeah, seriously, like from the heart, man. We do appreciate the heck out
make
you.
Sure that point got across.
Yeah, and that was also why we wanted to make sure we spent time answering your question too, because I did notice that you had put it in there multiple times. That did not sound the best. That sounded like Deke talking about the poll. I don't like how that sound. But either way, we appreciate you, okay? We just leave it at that. Yeah.
Nanzito, not once were we double-digit underdogs during the season, and they want to start with that now. Make that make sense. I'm smashing that money line. Haha.
There it is. Now, we know when it comes to Vegas, man, there's a lot of things at play. Deke wants it to be beef. It's no beef. This is just Vegas saying we need to get more people putting money on the game. So in order to incentivize people to put money on Pittsburgh, you gotta just expand.
That's disrespect. That's disrespect. Whatever.
Don't you do that? It is not disrespect.
Whatever. That's fine.
Deke, that is not disrespect. That is Vegas. People are just saying we don't want to put money on the game. Vegas is just trying to entice. So they're like, yo, just keep up with the number ups. All right. 6 points. Okay, nobody wants that. All right. 7 points. Nobody wants that. All right.
No, they started off the bat 9.5, 10.
I don't remember
They
seeing
didn't even
that.
put their toe in the
I don't
water.
remember seeing that.
I'm telling
Are you sure? It might have been 8.
As soon as the
Are
line
you sure?
came out,
It could have been
it was
8.
9.5.
You sure it was
I
8,
promise.
Deke? Are you sure, Deke? It could have been 8.
9.5
Deke,
at
it could have been
least.
8.
It was 10 for
Deke,
some
Are
others.
you sure it was 10?
Promise.
Which one was
And I haven't seen it move.
Deke, when you hold on, Deke. You got the LASIK, so you know, like maybe your screen was tripping.
Nope.
You sure?
Promise.
Say off the
I
top
got
rope
some
with
wagers in fact.
It was off the top rope with it. Maybe I should do that too. I don't know. I can't do it. It's weird. It's weird to go against anybody like that. You know, it's not when we do that. You know what I mean? Just can't bet against either one. Stay about that one, man. All right. But in terms of why they would say, is that 10 or is that 10.5? Just for clarification.
9.5 or 10, depending on the
9.5
book.
or 10. Okay. Fair enough.
That's where they started.
We only care about DraftKings over here. Okay. We only care about DraftKings. I'm sure DraftKings would not have the odds set like that, so we don't have to worry about that.
I think they still are. I think they're at 10 right now.
Ow.
At DraftKings.
Don't you put DraftKings on. Don't you put that on DraftKings like that. DraftKings they would not do such a thing like that. All right, not DraftKings. They're cool. They're not doing that. Okay. But for these other,
They're cool, but they're disrespecting the Steelers right now.
chill. They're accounting for the home field. Playoffs home field. You know, it's kind of like if it was a neutral site, it would have been different. But playoffs home field, so that's why they was like, they got the 2 seed with the t-shirt. It was a hat t-shirt game. So that's why they checked the box like that. You know, that's all that was, bro. Don't trip. You know, I ain't tripping on that, bro.
Yeah, Doug Dittmer says my DraftKings bet was at 10.
It was at 10? Doug, did you alter the spread? I know sometimes y'all be altering the spreads. Maybe you altered the spread. Maybe that's what happened. Because it couldn't be at 10. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. All right. But let's just talk about why the spread could be at 10. Let's just entertain it, okay? We'll entertain it. Reasons why it should not be. Reasons why it should not be. Oh, we a hot team, right? We're one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, winning 3 games in a row, having to win on the road, having to win in a monsoon, having to win at home, fresh off of switching from our first and second quarterback, right?
And the offense looks good.
Yeah,
the offense.
We're scoring 30. We're scoring 30 plus when we want to, man. That's what it looks like right now. Barring the weird weather, and even with the weird weather, we still are showing
17.
an ability to
Don't
score.
fumble in the red zone. That's mid
20 something. Yeah, we're still showing an ability to score. Defensively, we're getting healthier, right? Minka Fitzpatrick, DeMonte Casey coming back, Landon Roberts being back, right? So we like that. So that's the first reason why I'm like, yeah, 10 points is crazy for a spread, and especially when you're talking about a Bills team that has shown ability to be up and down at times, not necessarily in terms of their engagement of, all right, how much are we focused on this team, but just in the sense of turnovers versus non-turnovers. Sometimes they start slow. Sometimes the game gets blown out, right? But a lot of times you won't know that until it gets going. So it's like they just set it at 10. That's risky as heck, man, because Josh going to turn it over. At least he has shown that he turns it over, right? That's his game. We talk about it, man. He's going to turn you one over, but he's going to score 2 of them things. He might get 2 turns, but he's going to score 3 of them things. Like, that's the wave with him. Pittsburgh capitalizes on turnovers under Mason Rudolph. Pittsburgh does a good job protecting the football under Mason Rudolph. So you're telling me we're going to get to additional possessions while minimizing their possessions? That's not how you get 10 plus spreads in the National Football League. So that's a big reason why I think it's crazy. Now, why I could understand them saying it's a 10-point spread. Well, you got Josh Allen at quarterback. The whole argument for Lamar winning MVP was what? He has the best team in the league. That's cool, but now Josh has the number 2 best team in the AFC right behind him, and their numbers aren't even close. So with that, you could be arguably saying that this is the MVP of the National Football League at home, 5 games in a row where he done took off on Pat Mahomes. He done took off on Dak Prescott. He done took off on Tua Tagovailoa. Like I said, took off on Jalen Hurts, but we know obviously we'll leave that in it as that was. But in terms of the 2 hottest teams, you can make a case that these are the 2 hottest teams in the AFC right now in terms of how they were finishing the season. So that's a big part of it. And then you think about the weapons, right? Buffalo has all-world quarterback, all-world receiver, Pro Bowl running back, Pro Bowl left tackle, 2 Pro Bowl alternate tight ends, a receiver, if he plays in Gabe Davis, potential to be a high end 2 somewhere and getting paid. Defensively, you got Von Miller, who we said was a healthy inactive for multiple games these past couple of weeks. Von Miller. So it just talks about the depth of pass rushers as well. And even the secondary, I mean, as banged up as they've been, they continue to have guys come out there. They got really good safeties in terms of Micah Hyde and Julian Poyer. We love Minka, right? They got two dudes that are viewed very similarly, not to the same extent. We feel like Minka's still the better absolute player, but those two dudes as a whole are viewed as top 5 safeties in this league. So that's what they bring to the table. And then special teams wise, right? You obviously saw them had the big punt return for a touchdown versus the Dolphins. They obviously had the kickoff return multiple times last year, right? When we talking Patriots or even the whole back-to-back in the Patriots, DeMar Hamlin game, right? They score on special teams. Their punter is consistently good this season. They got a kicker that consistently hits from 50. So you talk about a team that has had adversity and has had to get hot, and very similar to the combos that we're having here in Pittsburgh, they're having there, but with more marquee players. Instead of it being Mason Rudolph, they're saying Josh Allen. Instead of it being George Pickens, they're saying Stephon Diggs. Instead of it being Najee Harris, they're saying James Cook. Instead of it being Broderick Jones, they're saying Deion Dawkins. Instead of it being Muth and Darnell Washington, they're saying Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Very similar, right? All these are very similar, but when you look at where those guys are for the blue and red versus where we are right here, just a little bit different in terms of being a little bit more established on this side of the ball. Now, when we go to the defense,
I'll take our defense.
yeah, when it goes to the defense,
Buffalo
it flips. And that's the convo, right? So that's what we'll see, man.
Yeah, I think 10's just still absolutely asinine. But it's whatever, though.
Yeah.
Whatever. Keep your disrespect. That's fine.
It's Vegas doing Vegas, man. Stop it. It's
Yeah,
Vegas
that's
doing
fine. That's
Vegas,
just-
man.
that's flat out
Let Vegas
disrespectful.
do Vegas, man.
I don't know if they're just basing that off of what they think this Pittsburgh team was and not what it is right now.
I don't think that, no.
Because
You respect both
the
of them.
way we are playing, we should be considered legit contenders or a legit matchup with any team in this league.
Honestly, I could legit make a case that the 10 points is them saying that. Because the way that Buffalo has played throughout this past stretch,
Yeah, but like 4 of their last 5 wins, they've all been close, and I think 2 or 3 of them were against lesser teams like the Patriots and the Chargers.
who did we lose to?
Huh?
Pittsburgh. Who did we lose to?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the last 3 games. That's what we are right now. This is the 3 games with Mason Rudolph at quarterback.
Hey, look, I know you ready to get combative, baby. It's all
I'm
good.
not at all. I'm just bringing up points. Like
It's all good.
the Bills haven't been blowing teams out. Like they did one, and that was the Cowboys over
It's
the last
all
5
good,
games.
baby. It's all good.
And like we're a better team than the Dolphins right now. We're a better team than the Patriots. We're a better team than the Chargers. And those were close matchups for the Bills. Those were close games. So to have it at 10 against us, whatever. I'll you know what? Whatever. We'll use it as bulletin board material.
Hey, whatever y'all got to tell yourselves, man. All I'm saying
Oh,
is,
especially when you factor in the weather too. It's a weird thing where they got the under kind of low, but then the point spread high. It's like I don't know.
You try
I
to
don't
get
know
me
about this at
Deke
all.
try to set me up. Deke want me to combat him while he came with that energy. I'm not falling for the trap.
I'm just
I'm
bringing
not
up points.
falling for it.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna go with all the
it's
points
very
Deke said,
confusing
and it's
to me.
that, bro. Nope, I'm with you.
Fish momentum. Moats and Deke, how are y'all? We got the playoffs. Steelers 30-27 win in Buffalo.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's got both quarterbacks slinging it out through this wind, cutting through the wind. Ambition live at Rivers Casino, February 23rd, 2024, 8 p.m. at Rivers.
We'll be celebrating our Super Bowl
Come
victory
TG,
then, man.
Deke, and
Shoot.
Moats.
Celebrate the Super Bowl dub over there with Official and Ambition, of course. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Red, damn, they fired Pete Carroll. No one is safe.
Bruh, it's like that right now, man. It is like that. But you just got to keep winning, man. Got to keep winning.
G. Alexander, Wagwan Moats, Steelers have a path to upset the Bills.
Big facts.
While Moats in the stands with the half and half jersey on. Where the Tomlin haters at? Yeah, he said, where the Tomlin haters at? You
I
like
appreciate
that,
that,
part
but
of the
it's
comment,
like, why I got to get shot at? I'm over here just chilling, bro. I don't want no problems with nobody. I'm just chilling. It's all good. I promise. It's all good. I don't want no problems. All right. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. Yep.
Donovan Bickelhaupt. What a name.
Bro, Bickle. And that low key looked like it's like his real name because of the spelling. Like,
what a name.
Where do you think that origin is?
Sounds German.
Weird enough, I was thinking German or Dutch.
Yeah, out that way. Yeah, for sure.
Bickelhop. Shout out to you, Donovan.
Belgium.
I could see a Belgium.
Yeah,
Bickelhop
around
is
that
definitely
area.
because it's got a uniqueness to it.
Cool name. Mm-hmm. Sean McCartney, I think and hope Tomlin will be back next season. But if not, I see Ben Johnson, the Lions OC, to be a good OC/head coach candidate. If he's head coach, look at either Frank Smith or Slowick, Texans for OC.
Mm-hmm.
I would let's entertain the idea. Tomlin doesn't want to come back. He wants to get in the media. Vrabel immediately.
You going Vrabel?
I'd go Vrabel over Harbaugh here, just because we drafted Vrabel.
I was gonna ask, what are your thoughts on Bieniemy if he became available? Because obviously we know they moved on from Ron Rivera. We don't know what that scenario is gonna be.
I wouldn't mind considering him. Like if we don't get Vrabel, I'd have Vrabel as the top guy.
Okay,
for sure.
And the only reason I thought Bieniemy, not that I like him over Vrabel or anything like that, I just thought offensive mind versus defense, and we coming out of the defensive era with Coach T. So I'm like, all right, do we want to switch it up completely?
You get I've never really been on board with that mindset of like defensive minded head coach versus offensive minded. I don't care about that. I care about a guy just being a good head coach, knowing how to lead men.
Yeah,
I know Vrabel knows how to do that.
Just facts.
Like,
and he got that like blue collar like toughness. He ain't gonna come in on no Hollywood or just a different brand that doesn't fit the city. You know?
Yeah. Like get a good OC to complement Vrabel and whatever he's bringing. What is he? Yeah, I guess I guess you'd say defense.
But he played off. No.
How did he come up in the coaching ranks? Is this like a Dan Campbell situation?
I thought he was coaching defense.
I guess. I don't know.
He
special teams. He's special teams guy. I don't know.
Was it dude? I don't know.
We all know he
I'm
played
gonna pull him
linebacker.
up. Hold on, bro. Let's see real quick, man.
I'm gonna go Harbaugh. I'm gonna say he was a special teams guy. I don't even know how he came up in the coaching ranks. He had to have been part of the Patriots staff.
About to say, I want to say he was a linebackers coach, but I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I thought he was a linebackers coach. But I'm see if I'm find out real quick.
Yeah, if you're saying that, I'm guessing you're probably right on that.
Ooh, you ready for this, bro?
Special teams.
It literally starts in 17. He was the DC in Houston. And from there, he's been the head coach in Tennessee since 18, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. DC in Houston in 2017, bro.
Bill O'Brien, Patriots connection.
Because he was with Bill. That's what it was. Yeah. That was definitely it. I don't know. Where was he before? Look, let me see when he retired. Because he got coach of the year in 2021. Dang, bro. My man
you
really did one
you
and
don't think
done?
they gave the position coach on whatever website you were just on? Like they just started.
It just started.
There at DC.
It literally just started at DC. Yeah.
What are you going to?
Well, I was trying to see how far of a span it was from when he retired versus when he started coaching. So he retired in 10. That was his last year in Kansas City. So I'm trying to see, all right, from 10 to 17, what am I missing?
Let me see. I'll take a stab at
For
this.
sure.
Okay, he started at Ohio State.
Oh, so that might have been
linebackers
why.
coach.
I was
Ohio
looking at
State.
I had the pro football one.
He was on the Urban Meyer staff.
But you said linebackers, all right?
Linebackers.
All right.
Goes to Houston 2014, linebackers coach.
Okay, there we go.
So he moved up the ranks in Houston.
I like it.
Yeah, that's it. And Houston to Tennessee.
Yeah, he's been there since 18. I didn't realize he was there for that long either, bro. I like it, though, man.
Yeah, these Tennessee seasons all blend together.
They low-key. I swear they do.
Yeah, 9-7 to start, 11-5, 12-5, and then 7-10, 6-11.
And one AFC Championship appearance, right?
Yeah. 2 times won the division.
Mm-hmm. And then one coach of the year. Okay.
I attribute the Titans' failings these last 2 years more to the players just sucking as opposed to him.
Yes. I call them injuries too. Injuries because they're good players had to get off the field.
How much say did he have in the players? No, that's a whole nother thing. I'm not watching the Titans.
I was gonna say I don't
looking at their
know.
blogs and stuff.
Is he like considered GM or yeah?
Ethan Leach, Pat McAfee headline. J.J. Watt says it would be amazing to fill in for TJ. Haven't seen the clip yet for your information. Well, did you see the J.J. Watt Photoshop pic?
Him
That
in the
he
90?
replied to, Adam Schefter's report that
I
TJ's
didn't
out.
see it. I just literally, somebody texted me the picture, but I haven't, seen it.
That's
like
all
that,
it was.
Though. Yeah.
It was just him in the 90 jersey. Right? Of course, he has the Walter Payton Man of the Year as opposed to TJ Watt that doesn't have that. Yeah, I guess JJ wanted to make sure.
We know
this is what deciphers.
Because he looked bigger. Yeah, it definitely looked like a bigger, boxier, muscular. I was like, okay.
It got me thinking. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea if TJ was out for the whole playoffs. But TJ might be back next week. He might be back in the AFC Championship if we make it that far. It wouldn't be a bad call. We got 3 guys. It wouldn't hurt to add a 4th.
Yeah.
I'm sure J.J. Watt would be better than whoever the hell else we got on our practice squad right now.
It can't hurt. We did was it David Perales?
I'd take J.J. Watt right now.
Yeah, I think J.J. You know what? I think J.J. got a couple. JJ, I think you got 5 solid snaps in you right now.
He can feed off the playoff energy. The fans will be going crazy.
Hey, look, we know the situational pass rush. Whenever we want you to get a rep, this is your rep right here. Hey, JJ, go rush the pass on this play. If you get tagged, come on next play, all right?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. It's not happening. It's definitely not happening. But I was like, if it got to the point TJ was out for the season, for sure out for the playoffs, we need some edge rush depth.
Yeah.
So the only other guys that are out there,
Cassius
I
Marsh.
was looking. No,
he's available.
Hell no.
James Harrison, he's available too.
I'd put Harrison as 4th on the list.
Fair enough.
But I think it's JPJ and Justin Houston are the only names that I would consider viable out there in free agency.
JPJ is still available.
Not JPJ, JPP. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, bro. I'm thinking Pierre Paul, even though we both said the same thing. Yeah, Pierre. Yeah, but I'm like, he is available. Yeah.
Him and Houston, both available. I'd throw J.J. Watt off the couch in that mix. He's just as viable as an option.
He's in shape. I can tell by when you look at him. He don't look like he out of shape. He still looks lean, still got a good frame on him. So we know he's doing something right. Yeah.
He would love it, too. He'd eat it up. Not now, though. It's not worth it. Not worth the hoopla. And TJ might be back for Baltimore.
Yeah.
If we advance. Donovan's back. Donovan Picklehop says, do you think we'll see Liao play edge this week? Huh.
Good question. I don't think so, because we still have 3 very, very good players out there in Alex Highsmith, Marcus Golden, and Nick Herbig. All 3 of those dudes can play the run, can play the 7 technique, can rush the passer consistently. A lot of the time, last year and the years prior to that, when you've seen whether it's DeMarvin Leal, Cam Hayward, I want to say the 1 year, Tuitt even got some of that. I think that was the 8. It was 17. Everyone said it was 18, right before everything happened with Tuitt, where he ended up leaving. You would see him even get some of that. You do that when you have, an injury or 2 at that position, and now you're getting thin. So the guys we talked about, when Cassius Marsh was having to play the 7 technique, that's not something that he does at a high level. So in order to protect him and protect the integrity of your defense, you bump out one of them big D linemen and you call it big nickel, right? And you'll put them out there, or Cam Hayward to bump out there and play as if he's TJ Watt, right? But he'll do it out of a 3-point stance just so he can manhandle, that gap for the run. I just don't think we need to do that. I also have concerns that if we try to do that big body personnel grouping, their tight ends are the type that can get out and, really hurt us. So if we're going to that approach, usually that player is taking the place of your outside linebacker. So they could essentially, what I'm saying is, bust that formation to an empty, and now you got a Leal or somebody like that having to have something compromising, or your shorter guy, because now, like I said, we done took somebody off the field so we could have that extra D tackle playing outside linebacker. So either way, you're going to be stretched a little thin. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. Now, if the weather impacts the game to the point where, hey, they can't throw it at all and it has to be run, well, then absolutely go that approach, right? And make those tight ends have to win that block right there. It's going to be a long day if that's the case, right? So that's probably the only way I can see us making that move. But right now, I think it's literally going to be, like I said, the trio, and they just going to get it how they live out there on Sunday, man.
Nick Saban retired.
Bro, I've been seeing that. I was trying to wait for you to, like, get to it. And my man's was hitting my phone. They blowing my phone. Bro, he's retired. And y'all know I love Nick. Nick is like my favorite college coach, all right? Coach T, my favorite pro coach. Nick, my favorite college coach. There's no, you know what I'm saying? They cut from the same cloth, so I love it. But no, salute say, man. I tell you, bro, he the GOAT. I don't care what y'all say. That's my man's right there. I love sustained dominance. I never got tired of Roll Tide. I never was a Bama fan until he got there. That was it for me, man. I like Saban. Who's next? Go get
Lane?
Dabo.
Is it Lane?
Lane would be fire. Lane has never turned his back on it either. Lane always holds true to it. That's his spot, man. That's his spot. I would love it if Lane went, but I think it'd be. I ain't tripping off his Dabo. I can see Dabo.
Really?
Yeah, just because of the hype
you
around
think it's due to the ACC?
Well, and it's been talk around it even in the past when Dabo's contract was up, and that's why even when Clemson, they have it in their agreement. The buyout for all other teams and the buyout for Alabama is like a $5 or $10 million difference, bro. Yeah, specifically for Bama because of this. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I can see it being I can see it being Dabo because of them putting that clause in there. Maybe it's like, okay, if you're Bama, you're like, bro, we know that's the guy we really want. We've been wanting it. Now that he's gone, all right, let's go get him.
Now for Dabo going to Bama, is that more just for money as opposed to prestige of the program? Because I mean,
Clemson ain't Bama,
I get
Clemson
it's not. I get it's not, but like Clemson is still a very prestigious program, right? Like it's top 10 around the nation right now.
It ain't Bama though.
I get that. So do you think it is more money?
I think
going
it would
to Bama,
and I think it would be an upgrade in terms of position as well. I think to me it's the difference of UCLA and USC. UCLA is still very respectable from a football standpoint. It's still stamped. It still has great recognition. It's not USC though.
I guess the other thing I'm wondering too is like I think it would have to be money because you're following up Nick Saban too. Yeah. At least Clemson, like that's yours.
But he's already beat Nick Saban too though. So I don't think it's the same extent of, man, I couldn't beat him, so now I'm just going to join his coach. It's like, yo, you've already beat him before. They respect you because you were one of the first ones to do that on that stage and with the freshman quarterback.
You're not completely wrong. But immediately after Saban.
I'm with you, though.
Immediately after.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. How often does that happen? Because I'm trying to think the Ohio State situation when Meyer left.
I don't remember how that day.
Yeah.
No. Who's the other? Luke Fickle or something?
It might have been Fickle because Day was recent. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. I think that was just the guy on the staff, right?
Right.
I'm
like,
the guy
how
under
they
Meyer.
passed that up when it was the whole Joe Paterno situation over in Penn State. O'Brien
that was brand new. He came from the Patriots.
Right. You said, Coach T, take the year off from my son. Coach T said, all right, I got you. Nick, just wait. I got you. Give me a couple weeks. I got you. I'll be free in a couple weeks. That's what he told him.
Come on. A lot of Steeler fans would be happy. I wouldn't. I would not. I want Tomlin here. He said this is the best job in the world to him, though. He said that in a press conference. Remember when those USC rumors popped up?
I remember. That was also before these rumors popped up, though. These rumors
You're starting the rumor.
These rumors weren't those rumors. I just love these rumors because now we get a chance to really see these Steelers fans and then the ones that be talking it versus the ones who really mean it. The ones that be just talking it, they sweating right now. They be over here like, no, why Coach T got to leave now? We don't want to leave. We love Coach T. It's like, whoa, not so fast. And then you got the ones that's really about that life, like, let them go. And it's like, all right, cool. That's the other part I want to see. So, yeah. It's like, we're in a weird little, it's a cool little vibe right now, man. Mm-hmm. I tell you, I'm going to ride with him regardless. Wherever he end up at, I'm riding with him. But I would love it if it was Bama. If that was where he were to go. It's a smooth transition. I ain't got to change my alliances. It's like, just been rolling tide. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. I think Lane to Bama is my call.
I like Lane.
That's what I would want
to
happen.
That. I seen somebody said Pete Carroll. I think it was a SD Ninja. If I remember correctly, I think he said Pete Carroll. Yeah. I mean, last time he was in college, he cooked. Could they still come back and get him now, or is that statute of limitations gone for him now? The whole USC situation. Yeah, are the statute of limitations done for Pete? He good now? He in the clear?
Yeah, with the new NIL and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fine.
Because I know they didn't get
Should
Reggie
be.
the Heisman back, so I didn't know if they was still, how they was feeling about that. Just yeah.
I
They
think
ain't get
Pete's
that back.
fine. It's just a bunch of lawlessness out here in the NCAA. I think he's fine. They got bigger fish to fry than him coming back to college football.
Yeah. 3 keys. Killer says Deion said this to Bama.
Yeah.
I don't think he's leaving Colorado though right now. I don't see it. I think you gotta stay out there. You just made the big jump. You gotta stay.
Man. Bama's not doing that either. They probably want him primed to prove himself a little bit more. Whether it's at Colorado or even the next step after that.
Yeah, because Bama's the big boy job. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the New England Patriots. That's the Dallas Cowboys of college football. Nah, probably not. Texas probably the Dallas Cowboys of college football. Always a lot of hype, never a delivery. Yeah.
I think Lane makes the most sense right off the top of my head.
I like it. And his familiarity. I like it.
Yeah, been there.
And Lane won there a lot, too.
I don't
like
think
Lane.
Sarkisian goes from Texas to Bama because I think they're too similar, and he's got Texas in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I agree with you. I think Clemson is like a step down from Bama. I think Texas is on the same level as Bama, though. When they're good, when everything's equal.
Texas, Oklahoma, yeah. Those are like your blue bloods, though. Like your main, when you talk college, like, yeah. Clemson's almost like new to this nice head football thing, bro.
Yeah.
This is still current.
Yeah, they traditionally weren't like this.
Right.
And, well, they're starting to fall off a little bit, too.
They going back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see SD Ninja here saying that Dion's waiting on FSU.
I can see that,
Didn't he just disown them, though?
But that's because they tried him, yeah.
When they asked him about his Florida State allegiances, he disowned them. He's like, I don't have a degree from there.
Yeah, you ain't get my man what he wanted. He said, I'm going to holler at y'all boys then, man. He said, what school? What alumni? I don't know what you're talking about.
Who else got a connection to Bama? Bill O'Brien, right? He was just
he was just down there a couple years ago.
That'd be a terrible hire.
Doug Marrone was down there. He was down there OC coach or O-line coach for the Natty they won with. Who was the most recent one? That was Bryce Young. So yeah, he was the O-line coach down there for that. And he's a former head coach, 2 spots in the league, playoffs, both spots too, or for 1 spot, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely missing some names.
You know it's gonna be one of these like former league dudes that have been on his staff or around him.
Yeah,
bro.
I was gonna say, is there any former Bama
he got
players
a lot
that
of
got
like
into coaching?
D'Amico, but he's the head man at Texas
you
right
stay
now.
with the Texans if you're him.
What about where's Hightower? Hightower's the DC. Is Hightower coaching anywhere right now?
I have no clue.
He could be one. He's still young, man. Ain't about to do that.
I guess Saban just had enough. He's
Yeah.
getting too old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just pulled up this article. I'm kind of interested. I don't know about you.
Bro, let's check it out, bro. Usually we'd be talking to TG right now, but like we said, TG isn't feeling so good, so he needed to take the day off. Nothing wrong with that. If y'all want to hear from him or see him, check him out on Locker Mates. We just dropped the episode with KJ Wright, Seattle Seahawks, Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ, man. Came through, spent some time with us, all right?
The Oregon coach is being brought up, Dan Lanning.
I ain't gonna lie. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I wasn't really feeling him this year. He felt like he was forced. It was forced energy. The whole primetime thing felt real forced. I don't know.
Oh, when they smoked Colorado.
It was so, but it was so forced by
afterwards,
him, though.
he had
it was super
the
forced.
interview. Sarkisian is being brought up.
That's got to be just because of the connection.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't really think that makes sense. Mike Norvell.
And he's got Arch over at Texas, too.
But then I'm sure Bama got some. Well,
Is Arch even going to be good?
I don't know. Arch wasn't even. Arch was backing up the other cat. Yours. Yeah.
Yeah, Ewers was pretty good this year.
Right.
He was pretty good.
But everybody went crazy for Arch's little play at the bowl. Yeah.
Florida State's head coach, Norvell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be... I was going to say that would be like Dabo Swinney, but I don't think it would be. I think it'd make more sense for him to go to Bama.
Yeah.
Just like I said, Dabo's more established at his place.
Though, if
Clemson.
you're Bama, you would much rather have Dabo, though, because he's more established.
I think Dabo should be the first guy you want.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd almost be like Jim Harbaugh.
Right,
in the
Dabo's
pros.
first, yeah.
I agree with you. They also brought up Dabo.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a connection to Bama? at all.
Dabo? I don't know. I think it was just always interest, though.
Swinney was a walk-on receiver there from 90 to 92.
Oh, he's gone.
Wow.
That's why they put that. Even more, that's why they got that clause in there.
Okay,
then.
forget what
He's
I said.
gone.
I think it makes sense.
It's a wrap.
That's your school. Yeah, that's
it's
your
a
school.
wrap.
Forget everything
It's
I
a
said
wrap.
about him worrying about being next after Saban and
that makes even more sense why that
taking
clause was so
Saban's
high there.
players.
Because for a fact, they put a specific clause in there, and I was always trying to figure out, like, yo, you can like this dude, but why has it got to be that high? That makes perfect sense, bro. Makes perfect sense.
So we weren't wrong for a couple of our candidates we throw out there.
Yeah, I like it, baby.
Throw in the Oregon coach and the Florida State coach.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. And what up, Eric Winslow? Major love to you. Hope all's well on your side of town, baby.
Jim Harbaugh to Bama. No. Michigan's. I think it's either Michigan or bust.
The pros, yeah. And he fresh off a natty. Why are we going
That's
backwards?
his school.
You just beat that team. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally just beat them. You're saying that we're the big fish now. If you're staying in college, you're the big fish. Go blue. You're getting all the recruits now.
Michigan's just like Texas. When you're right, you're right. You're one of the top programs. Michigan, Ohio State,
that's a blue
Texas,
blood, bro. That's a blue blood. USC.
Yeah, USC,
Bama, Florida State, Florida. Like, them the ones. Yeah. Them definitely the ones, bro.
Miami, when it was
the
they haven't been good in a minute.
Since they switched from Nike, bro. It'd be like that.
We got Chef Buck. Can we stop all this Bills hate? Outside of this chat, there's no rivalry.
Thank you.
It's all love.
Jeez.
Oh, my. He also says this. Allen is a young 7.
That is actually factual. That's why I love watching him play. It's like, bro, I see so much of 7 and Favre when I watch him. I swear. It's the most beautiful combo because I love both of them quarterbacks, man. It's beautiful. Deke do too.
Let's not get carried away here.
Deke, if he was in the black gold, you would love him. For a fact, you would love him because you actually respect him and he plays for the Bills. So if you can actually respect him on the Bills, I know you would actually love him if he played here. And he plays quarterback. Oh my God. Deke, I've seen how you can love a quarterback, Deke. And I've seen what them quarterbacks have put you through at times to test your love. He ain't gonna test you that way, Deke. Deke, when they bring up, man, he only got 19 turnovers, and you hit him with he got 42 total touchdowns. They be like, God. They be like, man, stats don't matter. You know why? Because he had 4,300 passing yards. Hey, Deke, you know what they say stats don't matter? Because he rushed for dang near 1,000 rushing yards. You be like, yo, it don't matter? Because it's like, yo, which stat you look at that, he going to be at the top. It ain't the Lamar. It ain't we got to put team wins. It's not, he's only a comeback guy. It's like, bro, he could give it to you from the first, the second. He could take the third off and then cook you up in the fourth as well. He could win close. He could win big. He could win by 30. He could win by 2. He done went to Arrowhead and looked that bad man in the eye multiple times and did not blink. We know this. Deke even came in here after him losing. It was like, nah, I respect that. That's the one. I never thought I heard Deke say that.
I never said that's the one.
It was along them lines. Let me embellish it a little bit.
He's elite.
Can I embellish it?
I have respect for Josh Allen.
Can I embellish it? And he said that's the one. Like it was he was like, bro, you just fired. Like, he's like, I ain't never seen that like that. He said, I thought it was 7 reincarnated. I said he got 17. So it's like 1, 7. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm 7 here plus 1. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So is Kenny involved in that too? You see, I just cooked. Oh, you see that right there. You see it. You see it. So I think you would love him, bro. That's all. Whenever I cheer for him, I'm doing it with you in mind. I'm like, Deke loves quarterbacks, so let me just try to love Josh the way that Deke would love whoever's at quarterback. And that's my mindset, bro. I'm learning from you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to be talking that positively about Josh Allen right now.
Man, you told me, and Mike Hood even agrees.
No, that was
Mike Hood agreed and said hit the like button. Mike Hood said hit the like button. He agreed. He was like, bro, I like this energy. I like that Josh talk. The same way you was talking, and it's out of respect because we ain't even get to the strengths and weaknesses yet. We got to get to that. We're going to get to it. We almost there. We almost.
Donovan Bicklehop on a heater today.
Shout out
to
Donovan Bicklehop. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if I remember correctly, it should be some bonus content in there, early access for you, since you are a part of the upper room now. You peep the hat, we get down, have a little fun with it, all right? But, yeah, man, check out some of that content that is available to you early now that you are officially a member of the upper room. And for all upper room members, y'all already see the content stuff. I believe it's a Jalen Warren film session in there, and it might be JPJ. Not 100%. Oh, no. Pickens. That's the other one. Yeah. So check that when you get some time, man. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, got to, check out the merch every once in a while. Let me see. Not Bills today. It's for Deke. All right, it's for Deke. Everything's for Deke today. This whole week is for Deke.
Gregory Givens dropped 20.
Shout out to Gregory, man. We appreciate you from the heart.
Had nothing to say.
Probably
Sometimes the actions speak louder.
That's what I feel you, man. Heck yeah.
Fan Bradford, what changes if Buffalo comes out in that 3 safety look?
What changes if Buffalo comes out in this 3 safety look?
I think we just want to run the ball and see if we can be successful with that, right?
Yeah, honestly, they don't do a lot of 3 safeties. They'll play nickel with Taron Johnson, but like I said, Taron Johnson.
Maybe that's what he's
saying. Yeah. This is the only thing. The big question is, who's going to be the more physical of that? To me, the reason why Buffalo gets away with playing so much nickel is because of how physical Taron Johnson is. To me, he plays more like a will linebacker than a true nickel corner. And when you look at his body type, he is a bigger body nickel. He's not, the small, lean, scat cover guy. And I think that's also part of why when you look at Buffalo, they don't play as much man-to-man as we do when we're healthy. Because we're more athletic in those parts of it, whereas for them, they got more size and physicality. So they trying to beat you up, and they going to play cover 4 and let their safeties make all the plays. That's the difference with it right now, So I don't think it's going to be as crazy of an advantage as we think right now. But the one person that I will say could make it that, Allen Robinson, these receivers, these tight ends, because those are the guys that match up against that will linebacker or the nickel in certain scenarios. Allen Robinson a lot for us because we always motion him to the point of attack, and that's usually the guy that you're going to have to be cleaning up on and making that block. So that's the matchup, man. If Allen Robinson is winning that, then we feel good about it. If Taron Johnson is manhandling Allen Robinson, it's going to be a long day trying to run that ball and get them out of that nickel package because that's what they do. And it's really because of, like I said, with Taron, he plays that physical style of nickel, not a Cam Sutton where we're like, yo, he's a great cover guy, right? It's like, think Mike Hilton, but with size.
Yeah.
Like, it's that type of approach.
And Zito, this time around in the playoffs, I just wanted to start better and stronger with utter confidence from the top down, like if we were meant to be here.
I think we are meant to be here because we did have to do all of, the fighting, the scratching and clawing to get here, and we're not limping into this thing. We're walking into this thing with our chest up like, bro, we done went through some wars. We done went through some adversity, and we're battle tested. So I think that we will come out there with confidence. I don't think that anybody in Pittsburgh should be looking at Buffalo and have fear. You respect the talent, but you got to respect everybody at this level. When you get to the postseason, this is the final 7 teams in the AFC, the best of the best in the conference over 17 game schedule, right? So if you come in here and you think any team sucks, you are sadly mistaken. Buffalo will be telling you the same thing you saw even last year with Skylar Thompson and the Miami Dolphins pushing them boys to the brink, right? That's just this league, man. So it's going to be, a good matchup, baby. It's definitely going to be a good matchup. But for the Steelers, man, they should come out with confidence because they can score, because they can run the ball, and because they play dope defense and create turnovers. That's what you're looking for in a matchup like this, man.
Sean McCartney, crossbody energy with the Bills.
It's still drippy, though. TG said since it was Louis, it's all right. That's what he said.
Gregory Givens throwing us an extra $2 on top of that 20.
Salute you, man, from the heart, Greg, from the heart.
Kel Turner, we must get our get back for 38-3.
What was 38-3? Is that like 13-9? Is that the whole Pitt thing?
No, like I said, it's just a regular season game that happened and one that you kind of just burn the tapes on, you move on.
Who was in the game? 38-3.
I'm not entertaining this.
I just be confused, bro.
Because we talked about this on Monday. You should remember.
Monday was a whole.
Unless you got really bad short-term memory issues.
Well, I get distracted when I read AB's tweets. Okay, AB gave me the tweet of the day yesterday, bro. It killed me. It was like, I ain't gonna do a disservice. I'm gonna just read it.
Okay.
Shout out to AB. Okay. Can I do it for a second? Is that okay with you, man?
Sure.
All right, I feel like it's okay because I read them to my wife first. And
Double check.
You know what I mean? I'm like, if
Filter.
I go to her first, we good. So one day ago, I thought he had tweeted something else. He's pinned it now. He's pinned it because I saw when it first happened. It was like 4 seconds when I first read it. Severely, emotionally unhinged. My brain is crippled by horniness. Bruh. Is that on a bar? Bruh. What? Bruh.
He didn't have anything to rhyme with it, so I don't think that's gonna go in one of his songs.
No, but it's like one of them, like, it's poetic. It's just like...
it's like a haiku, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Poem.
Like, not every bar has to rhyme. Like, it's like, yo, it's just like... He gave you, like, on some Nas. That was like some... Jay-Z gonna rhyme you up. That was on some Nas right there. Let me just talk to you real quick, yo.
Okay.
Said I'm severely, emotionally unhinged. That man said my brain is crippled by the horniness. Shout out to him. I can't help it. All right. Sorry. That's how I entertain myself at times, guys. All right. I read AB's tweets. I'm like, yo, let's go. I know him. So, yeah, man. And there you have it.
The Jacob Malesio says, John Easton is abroad. I still want my fair one. Love, peace.
Boy. All right. I thought you was going to read Jacob's other comment.
Where?
It was before Kelter. I thought you was going there. I knew you was going to that one. I missed that one.
I must have missed it. I think I did. I do remember the chat jumped on me. I don't have that one, so you might have to read.
Okay,
what I
yeah.
missed.
The Jacob Malacio also says, Moats, you can't serve two masters. Thought you were holy. Man, we going biblical. You see how they coming at me, Deke? This is crazy. How we get here, baby? Don't do me like that, all right? I'm just a guy, all right?
Isn't there a lukewarm analogy too?
It's a lot of that going on. Don't you do that? Don't do me like that, okay? Don't do me like that. Do not do me like that.
Jacob Malesio brought up the biblical references.
All right. Look, not everybody that is on the stream is religious. So out of respect for everybody, we're going to keep religion and politics off the show, okay? That's what we're going to do with this thing. Boom. All right. Yeah. So, and no Steelers 2 Kings. I am not Benedict Arnold. Stop it. No, I am not. All right? No.
Wouldn't the Bills fans be more right to call you that than
You see what I'm
Steelers
saying?
fans?
Yeah.
Because you started with Buffalo.
Even though it was funny, I haven't received any negativity surrounding the Bills up until this week. I had my first person on the Bills side actually say something negative to me, bro.
No way.
Can't make this up. So, you know, I got the YouTube channel over there and doing my thing. Ain't nothing crazy. I do some Bills TV stuff, nothing crazy. Bro, this week on one of the vids, though, man, one of the comments literally says, I don't even rock with Moats no more. He left us and forgot where he from. He only rock with that other team. So, you know what? Nah, we won't respect him over here. And I was like, yo, it caught me all the way off guard because, you know, it's been a while, Deke. We were up there a couple years ago and it was love.
You've only gotten love from Buffalo
yeah.
up to this point.
I only get
since you retired,
it's
right?
only smoke over here. It's only smoke over here. That's literally the place I get smoke at. And it's always this week. Everybody over there be like, Most, man, it's all love, bro. Da-da-da. You good over here, man? Hey, man, we should go to It's only on this side where it's negativity, all right? So when my man came at me, I was so caught off guard. I'm like, oh God. It's like, yo, that's what we are.
What do you think it means?
I don't know, because
What's your takeaway from it?
Well,
you just saying it's an outlier?
Initially, I was like, it caught me off guard, and I was kind of like, should I be offended, hurt, or pissed? And then when I seen the rest of the people come in there, it was like, nah, he with us. Like, we rock with him. I was like, oh, I ain't tripping no more there. Get him up off me. And a lot of times, too, here, when the Steeler Nation get on me, I start seeing certain other Steeler fans they be holding me down like, nah, he with us. He want to. I'm like, yo, respect, all right? So as long as the team's still fighting for me, man, it's all love, all right? When I start seeing them fingers pointing at me and nobody being like, nah, he with us, then I'm going to know what's up, all right? But right now, Steeler fans and Bills fans still combat those that look at me as, oh, what are you doing over here, all right? Yeah, because it's a unique space that I'm in, okay? It's a very unique space. But I think I try to navigate it properly, all right? Yeah. Try my best. I'm an alumni.
Wait, did I miss any others?
No, I think that was it. Yeah.
Okay, Sean McCartney says, the reason I brought up Ben Johnson and other OCs is because I feel it's easier to find a DC than an OC. Also, that's actually pretty fair. Also, Steelers have their own defensive blueprint. Also, will never accept either Harbaugh.
I can see that. Just because the whole rivalry element of it, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about here. He says, also, will never
No,
accept
he
either
said
Harbaugh.
like the Steelers would never we would never say we want to bring in a Harbaugh because of the Ravens and Steelers. You know what I mean? Kind of like if Buffalo, I could hardly ever see a scenario where Bill Belichick could come and coach over there. You know, even though he's still a dope coach, it's just how they are viewed. It's like, bro, like, nah, you can't come over here. And I'm sure the Ravens are saying that about Coach Tomlin. If Coach T were to be available and Harbaugh was gone, they'd be like, we respect him. We love like what he does, but nah, that ain't for us here. Like, okay. I think that's what he's saying. In terms of OC being easier to replace than DC, I don't really agree with that. I think it's easier to replace an OC because everybody cares about these quarterbacks, right? They all young, they all talented, big arms, and all the rules are set up for offenses to be good. Heck, all you got to do is say, run down the field, throw it up, and just run into the defender. Or run down the field really, really fast, underthrow the ball, and then just come back into it, and then it's going to be a big penalty. That's how we feel like it is for OCs. I feel like defenses, you really got to, like, throw the strategy out there. How do you defend this when you can't touch him like this? How do you get pressure when you can't hit him like this? How do you do this when you can't do that? I don't know. But maybe I'm just a defensive guy, though.
I think maybe he's talking about how the coaching cycle goes and teams are hiring more offensive coordinators. Yeah. So keeping a good offensive coordinator is harder. You know, they're hiring the good OCs, the ones that are proven to be the head coaches, right. And then there's just this cycle.
But what I think is this, I'm like, in the sense of, we can name all the good OCs. They're all within a year or two of being hired, right? A lot of them are recent hires. So that's why I'm saying, like, it seems like they just growing trees. If they from McVay, if they from Reed, right? Just get one of them dudes, right? Taylor, Bieniemy, him. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, with defense, who do we go to when we're saying, oh, this is the guy you want to go to? He's from that tree. Oh, we want to go to this guy over here. He's from that tree. DeMeco Ryan was like, yeah, that's like nobody. Like, I don't think he was, like, talked about, like, how Zach Taylor was talked about. You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to think of another offensive dude that might become available.
So I think what he's saying is, like, it's harder to get a proven OC because they're going for the head coaches.
Yeah.
But to get an OC, you got to take a chance. Like, you're right. Like, you could get one of these guys under the trees. But to get Ben Johnson in here, it would have to be through head coach as opposed to bringing him in as OC.
But that's what I mean by, I'm like, that seems like that is way easier because you got the pool of he could be OC or head coach, whereas DCs, it's like, bro, what DCs are we looking at? Brian Flores? Was he probably the only one where we like, bro, that's a DC that we legit could say because his head coach.
Yeah.
Bieniemy was looked at as you're settling for being an OC. He was settling to be an OC at Washington versus that should be a head coach somewhere. All the offensive dudes are head coaches because everybody love what they can do, and it seems like they everywhere. I don't feel like there's a lot of defensive candidates out here, man, and we getting rid of the defensive coaches. Nobody likes defense, man. Y'all never like defense, bro. Y'all treat defense like running backs. See, anybody get them, dude. Think about it. Everything is offense for quarterbacks, but everything is offense, man. You want your head coach to be offensive guy. You want this guy to be offensive guy. Bro, they started telling, I remember when they was getting on the minorities, the whole Rooney Rule stuff, and they were like, yo, you just need to have more minorities coach quarterbacks. Because if you coach a quarterback, you'll be an OC, and if you become an OC, you'll be a head coach. That's literally what they started to say, bro. And it's valid when you think about it. Fast track to be a head coach, QB coach, OC, and then you get the job. Way faster if you're on offense than if you're on defense trying to go from LB coach. It can happen, but it's just a way easier track when you're dealing with that guy. Because we're going to look at a Justin Herbert. If he's cooking and killing and this is the guy that's grown with him, we love him. Brian Dable, Josh Allen, right? We talk about any of these other quarterbacks that have grown, and you look at the OC that's with him or the QB coach that's with him, and you're like, yep, he was good, so he's got to be good. We don't ever do that for real with defensive dudes, though. We won't be like, oh, he coached TJ Watt, so yeah, he's got to be nice, man. Let's get him going. Oh, this guy was coaching Bobby Wagner. He's got to be great, man. Get him going. Like, nah, we just be like, that player is good. That specific guy is good. Y'all know y'all love offense, man. I'm a defensive guy. Y'all offense people, man.
D'Amico Ryans got hired. The Philly dude got hired.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the majority of teams are looking in the offensive direction. I would be interested to look at the percentage of the 32 teams. What's offensive-minded versus defensive-minded head coach? Like, there's no doubt about it. I think it's like a flawed way of thinking, though. I want a head coach.
I would agree.
I want a head coach. I want a guy that knows how to lead these football players, knows how to lead a room. That's what I want. Offense, defense, whatever.
Because to an extent, it's like, we're not saying it's discrimination to the extent of black versus white, but at the same time, it's like you discriminating because the position that he coaches. Like, yo, if he can lead men and the guys respond and he knows how to win, what's the issue?
I think it just so happens that a guy like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan know how to do both.
Correct.
Because you have other offensive gurus out there that fall flat on their face and lose locker rooms.
Bro, you could look at Miami to an extent and question some of the stuff where you're like, all right, can he continue to lead it? Is he that? We know offensively the scheme is fire, though.
I think so. He just has Tua. He needs to
well, that's going to be the
trade
convo,
him.
right? That's going to be the convo. Is it Tua or is it the coach, right?
I think he
Tua
needs
just
to
led the
understand.
league in passing, though. Just remember that, man.
No.
Tua just led the league.
But Adam Gase would be a good example of that.
Yeah.
Of, all right, yeah, he was Peyton Manning's guy, this and that, and failed as a head coach. There's probably numerous examples, but there are ones that work out, and those are the guys you find very valuable, like the Sean McVay or the Shanahan.
Yeah, I agree.
AJ Martinez gifted a Moats membership to Tyler from the 334.
Shout out to AJ, Rockstar at Light, and Tyler from the 334. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
John Machado. Y'all see Michael Parsons' take on DPOY via Bleacher Report, SMH?
I did not. What did he say?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's the 2. I think TJ's the 1.
He probably said it's him.
Yeah. I could understand him saying it's him, but I'd definitely say it's TJ now.
It's TJ.
Yeah, it's TJ, Parsons 2, and then Garrett 3.
Yeah, what else is he supposed to say? But he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's TJ. It's definitely not Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
But somehow he's the favorite. It's just it blows my mind. Did you see these awards list today?
No, what happened today? What'd they say?
Well, there's a PFF one. They have their all-pro team. TJ didn't make either first or second team.
Throw the list.
On the edge
So
rushers.
then throw the list away, bro.
They have 4 guys ahead of him. Max Crosby, Bosa, Garrett, and Parsons. But then there was the Players Association all-pro list that came out today.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ didn't make that one either. It was Max Crosby and Myles Garrett.
Who are the linebackers on this list? Maybe they have them listed wrong. Maybe this got to be it.
No,
It's got to be it, right?
They didn't do that. No. TJ didn't make the list for either of them. It's getting insane right now. It's getting weird. It's actually getting really weird because when have we ever done this to the player that is consistently leading all edge rushers in all the stats? All of them. And
that doesn't add up.
beating a lot of these players in the sack stats that they're clamoring for, where you're talking about Myles Garrett and Michael Parsons. He's beaten by like 4 and 5.
Trust me, I'm with you, bro.
On the sacks.
I'm with you. Yeah, this one doesn't make sense now, man. Except a couple weeks ago we had that convo. Way different scenario now. So, but you said it was PFF. You know, I don't really rock with PFF.
You get that?
It's PFF.
The players one's weird. The players one's very weird. But players get lists wrong all the time. They mess up those top 100s.
Absolutely, man.
I had a theory, like, are we doing the LeBron James stuff with TJ? Where it's just such continued greatness that we get bored? Like, LeBron should have, more MVPs than what he's got.
I'm with you, bro. I wasn't ready for that one. I wasn't ready.
But here's my problem with the comparison. At least LeBron won his 4 or 5 MVPs in his prime.
I'm with you.
TJ's only got one DPOY.
Yeah.
He's gotten snubbed for the DPOY.
Yeah.
At least 2 times, or at least one in consideration for 2.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be overlooking him and trying to start these new narratives because we haven't awarded him properly to begin with.
To that, yeah.
Like if he had 3 DPOYs, I could see it, but and it's not like you do the makeup award for this year for TJ. He's actually deserving.
Yeah.
This isn't like makeup for the snubs in the past. It's like no, he deserves DPOY this
Trust
year.
me, man.
He deserved DPOY years ago. Give the man his DPOYs.
You preaching to the choir.
It's crazy.
You preaching to the choir, bro. I'm on your team.
So I think
with that
LeBron's
one,
a bad comparison because we haven't even awarded TJ like he should have been up to this point.
This just comes off as they want to pass around the narrative. They want to, have
Without giving
multiple
TJ his
depots.
rightful due.
Yeah, it's like they don't want it to just be TJ has 2 and Miles doesn't have any or Michael Parsons doesn't have any. The NFL, man, they see how that could work, and if it's close enough where they think they can get away with it, yeah, I can see them trying it. I don't agree with
we'll
it.
see.
Yeah,
We'll
I don't agree
see.
with it though. I
We'll
think it's
see.
clearly TJ. But
Because we're talking
Yeah.
about betting lines right now.
right, because the betting line isn't always like actual, right? That's just what they are trying to do, and sometimes they're doing it to just get you to put more money on a person or however it might be. It could be, man, nobody was putting money on Myles Garrett. Or no, it wouldn't make sense. It could have been nobody was putting money on TJ because he was too heavy of a favorite. All right, we'll make him the not favorite for a while. All right, same with Parsons. It could be that. I think it's crazy either way.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be thinking or saying if he doesn't win it. Because it's just it just doesn't even make sense. It's like
Yeah.
insanity. It's like craziness.
Yeah.
Like you're messing with the dude's legacy here.
Bro, think about, man, if you get 2 depots, 2 way better than 1. You chasing greatness.
And it's arguably should
Come
already
on, bro.
have 3. But,
Yeah, that's what you chase. You chasing greatness.
but to rob him of another one that he's deserving of just because of this stupid narrative stuff you're talking about, it's like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. Like he's head and shoulders the depoy.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Whether we talking short term or even historical stuff this season, he checked all those boxes off. He got the historical finish, the 19 sacks. Outside of his brother JJ, no other player has had 19 plus sacks on multiple seasons. Dudes have done it on once. I mean,
Well,
you look at Khalil Mack. Khalil got 17 this
He's
year.
the only one that's led the league in 3 different seasons.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's a solo record.
So whether we're seeing historical, whether we're seeing records, whether we're seeing this season, he checks all of those boxes. Whether we're talking sacks or whether we're talking full gamut of stats across the board, tackles for loss, forced fumbles, interceptions, turnovers created. I mean, any of those things you're looking at, that's the discussion, right? You got this, I don't want to call it a made up stat. But like I said, I had never heard of pass rush win rate until I guess a year or 2 ago with the whole PFF thing. So it's still foreign to me, this concept of pass rush win rate when it doesn't pertain to an actual pressure, QB hit, or sack. That's what we deem as a win. TJ get a rack at them all the time, right? So that's why for me, when I said TJ and Micah, I'm like, if it ain't that, like, I don't even see how we even entertaining Myles Garrett to that extent. So that's why I'm like, bro, we on the same page. Yeah. I just don't
if
see
he
that
doesn't
one,
win,
bro.
someone
Yeah.
needs to look into some conspiracy or something going on behind the scenes here.
Yeah, I guess I've never heard of that pass rush.
I might
win
have to
rate,
get on
bro.
that.
I've never heard of that.
I
man.
reported on the sabotage. Maybe that's
Yeah.
my next job. If TJ doesn't win this deep boy,
Yeah.
I got to do some deep diving into
Some, bro.
why he didn't get it. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on? There's a conspiracy.
Yeah, bro.
There's truly some type of anti-biasness towards him and the Steelers.
I mean, he checks like whatever box you're trying to hold, the competition in. Once again, show me where Myles Garrett is the favorite in any of these. Show me where Parsons is the favorite. Outside of, we'll go talk the pressure, but it's like, bro, we're past that now. This man finished with 19 sacks. We are past all of that, man. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And it's like, yeah, you can look at Max Crosby, you can look at Donald Hunter, in terms of where they finished at sack-wise, Khalil Mack. But then when you start looking at everything else with them stats, it separates it again. So once again, it's like, what criteria are you trying to use to give all this award for Defensive Player of the Year? Because TJ Watt checks all of those boxes, man.
And I'm tired of these film internet nerds, PFF nerds that want to act so holier than thou because they do this pass run win rate and all this other BS, like that they have the secret key and like, oh, you guys just don't understand. It's like, no, I know ball.
Yeah.
Football's been
Hey,
around for a while.
Hey,
You guys are just making up stuff just to make up stuff.
Y'all can have them. Y'all can have all them stats, all them little whatever y'all be creating over there. I don't want no parts.
Yeah,
of
no
it.
one cares.
Yeah.
No one actually cares.
But you see, I don't get hyped when y'all selling something good about PFF or this something bad about PFF because this is PFF, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I've never been an analytical dude. In fact, I'm anti-analytics, so I get them. They got a part, but this is where that analytics is just too analytical for me. I'll take my archaic sacks, QB hits, and pressures over the pass rush win rate formula or whatever that might be. I'm good on that one, man.
It's gone too far.
Yeah. Maybe he can win PFF Defense Player of the Year, and then TJ could win the AP one. Do it like
sure.
that. Yeah, do it like that. Yeah,
Sure.
He could win the PFF one. Michael Parsons could win the NFL PA one, and then TJ could win the AP one. NFL honors. That's just like that, man. Everybody get an award. All right.
I just don't like what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. As long as TJ got the one that's NFL honors February right before the Super Bowl, as long as he's calling on stage for that one, that's all that matters. All this other stuff, man. Hey, y'all can have all the PFF awards you want to have. You can have all the daggone NFL PA awards you want to have. Heck, you can even have Bleacher Report awards you want to have, right? Because they do some stuff too, right? Shout out to Bleacher Report. But yeah, in terms of that big one that's coming up in February, that's the one that we need my man to get.
I just don't like where the signs are pointing right now, though. I don't like where the chatter and the buzz is. That's not good.
I'm ignoring it all. Ignore him, man. Got to ignore that.
Q, Moats, ask TG how he's doing after the Pete Carroll news.
Oh, yeah, you know that's his man's, man. That's probably why he's sick. Never know. He's like, yo, heard they got my dog Pete. Oh, just hurt my stomach. I start throwing up everywhere. I can see it, bro. I can definitely see it.
Joe Gerbis, Moats, check out Amani Bailey, TCU, and Jatavian Sanders, Texas. Is all right.
Oh,
okay. He says Amani is like a scat back, and JT is receiving tight end. Love the stream, Deke. Or love the stream, Deke. When's your next stream? He's talking about for Madden. Madden, that's who knows. I will be doing a post game at Bleacher though.
Boom.
After this wild card game.
With the good energy, right?
It depends, but
Don't you do that.
Yes, I want it to be good energy. I predict it'll be good energy. I predict.
Should be good energy,
yes.
bro. Should be good energy. All right.
Yes.
I think Mike Hood got one in here real quick too.
Okay.
Mike Hood says Coach T is having too much fun, and the noise is what Coach T says. We do not care. Shout out to I'm with you on that, man. Yeah. So in terms of that noise of him potentially leaving, we ain't hearing none of that. It's just outside noise, and we do not care about it. I like it.
Yeah, it is. They're just trying to throw us off with that.
No.
Kel Turner, Steelers equal Carl Winslow, and Bills equal Uncle Phil.
That's beautiful, actually. You I'm scared.
I don't know what they're getting at with this.
Deke, I'm scared to ask you.
What are
okay,
they? Is he trying to say one's better or less than the other?
No, I'm just gonna simply ask you. Do you know who Carl Winslow is?
I do. That's what I'm asking. Like,
you know who Uncle Phil is, right?
What's the comparison being
They're
made
both
here?
great. They can't go wrong. They're both outstanding men in the communities, family men, role models.
From what I know, Uncle Phil's better.
Uncle Phil just had more money. That was it.
Uncle Phil's better.
Uncle
so
Phil just has more money. That's
Uncle
it.
Phil should be Steelers.
Uncle Phil just has more money. Carl Winslow, I bet in a street fight, Carl Winslow win.
You think?
Carl Winslow, a cop. Yeah.
I mean,
I absolutely
Uncle Phil's got like that old man strength, though.
Carl Winslow too, and he's a cop. Yeah, cops don't lose them hand in the hands. I don't know if you chicken it out. Cops don't lose them. He gonna win that one. Carl, man, I'm going with Carl Winslow. Give me Carl for 100. But Uncle Phil fire. Uncle Phil a vibe though, bro. You know Uncle Phil a vibe. But is Uncle Phil? Yeah, because both of them fire. Because I'm like, you got Urkel and you got Will. Dang. Whew.
I never really got into Family Matters. I took Fresh Prince all day over that.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen all the Fresh Prince episodes back in the day.
Yeah, I love both of these, bro. This is like classic. This is like peak nostalgia. I feel like I'm growing up at the crib right now, bro.
So you're actually debating like Will versus
Urkel. Like this is like legit, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Seriously, bro. Eddie Winslow versus Carlton. I'm like, man, I'm going down the lineup, bro. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah. It was they both fire though, but just different settings. One's the big boy living in the $1 million mansion. One's the regular spot in the crib, and I'm saying it ain't the hood, but yeah. Hey, y'all funny. Chill out on Uncle Phil, man. Uncle Phil. Chill out on Uncle Phil, Donald Copley. You gotta chill out, man. So yeah, it was a vibe.
Huh?
But it was a vibe though, bro. Yeah. This thing in age. And a newspaper page. And a brand design. Oh, no, it's even harder to sign. Come on, bro. Yeah. I think it was 5. That's the intro. I ain't know the words, so it's been a minute. But it sounds just like that, though, bro.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground where you know my name. Sitting up next to him like an all. Oh, man, which one is better? That's fire. Both are fire intro songs. I think the optics on the Fresh Prince has the better intro, though. Him getting spent around on the basketball court, I think that looks cooler. Yeah. But they both fire, though.
Will wearing J's.
Yeah, they fire. But Urkel, and then you got them trying to keep the door to block him out, and then he's bursting his way in. Though it's fire, bro. Like, come on, man. They both hard. You can't go wrong. They both hard, bro. And Richard R. Beats, I tell you, I don't know the words at all. Oh, it's been too long. I told you I don't know the words. I know how it sounds, though. Bro, I ain't heard the words since I was, what, 10? It's been a minute, Deke. Yeah. But they both fire, though. You know, some people say it's even harder to find. See? Boom. I know enough of the words. Yeah. If the track was playing, I could sing it along and you wouldn't know I ain't know all the words word for word. I tell you that, though. That's facts.
SD Ninja says no beef, but Fresh Prince over Family Matters.
They both hard, bro. They both hard. Like, you can't go wrong one way or the other, man. You can't go wrong. They both elite, man.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Family Matters to really have the debate.
Yeah,
so I will take Fresh Prince,
they're
but
both
I haven't
classics,
really
bro.
seen Family Matters like that.
Yeah, they way both classic. And it's like, and it's one of them things too. It's like, bro, for like there was like the stamped black families, them and the Cosbys, bro. You feel me? Like if you was a part of that growing up, it's like, bro, you got Family Matters, you got Uncle Phil, and we got old Bill. All right. The Huxtables, that they big money. They wear sweaters to dinner. We ain't got that. Will growing up in a mansion, we ain't got that. Urkel, hey, that's kind of like when I look outside, what I can see. All right, that look real. Yeah, but that's how
you're
you think.
talking about Bill as a Huxtable,
right? Yeah. Chill, don't do this is Jello Pop Bill, all right? Before we knew he was sitting with the boop, before all that, all right? Yeah.
Just his TV character.
Yeah, just the TV character. We ain't know all that other stuff, all right? But that was what we grew up on, all right? I see my man Kurt Von A bringing up Good Times. That was what, like, my pops grew up on. That was a little bit ahead of my time, all right? But I caught a little bit of JJ. Dynamite. All right, so I'm with that. But yeah, man. Yeah.
Jeffersons?
Yeah, the Jeffersons was fire too. Moving on up to the east side. Yeah, so they fire, but that was also a little bit ahead of my time. Next, you're going to bring up Sanford and Sons, I'm probably sure, right? That's before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I caught that, but that was more of my pops. You feel me? I'm more Cosby Show, Family Matters, Fresh Prince. Like, it's a different world, okay? It's a different world, all right? And when we go around, that's what we grew and live in color. So, yeah, that's what we was on.
I mean, you could probably guess mine. Someone did in the chat already.
Seinfeld, Friends.
No, I'm on Seinfeld now.
All right, Friends?
I didn't watch those growing up. No.
All right, let's see. Oh, you're definitely a fan. You're the other one. Saved by the Bell.
No.
What's the?
I never watched that. No.
Okay. I'm drawing Uncle Jesse. What's his day? With the twins. They going. Yeah. Full House.
As a kid.
I keep saying Family Matters. That's Full House.
As a kid growing up, I also was very much into Fresh Prince. 70s show. I got into 70s show like later on.
That 70s show for me, I was already, I think, middle school time frame. So that was like I was already like a little bit different, but. When you said Full House, yeah.
They guessed it in the chat, too.
Because Full House would be all... And we respected Full House. Full House is a vibe. But I for certain was going to watch Family Matters and Dan Quinn. Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. All right. And we was taking Living Single over Friends, too. Y'all know what it is, all right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never got into Friends. I've never understood it.
We was like, yo, that's in Living Single, man. That's Living Single. We know what this is. That is this show right here, all right? But it is what it is. So it's all good. So yeah, all good. That's a good little...
I'd say Full House, that's 70s. Yeah, and Fresh Prince was thrown in there, man.
Nah, Full House a vibe, though, bro. Full House is definitely a vibe. Uncle Jesse was legit, man. I like Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, that was growing up, like grade school. Have that on. They used to have it on at like 9:00 every night.
They brought up Boy Meets World. Did you do that? Or
not really.
What was the other one? Was it Seven Heaven?
No.
That was another one. Okay.
No.
because I didn't know you. I feel like you're younger than the Melrose 90210 crowd. I don't feel like that's your era. I feel like
I don't know those.
Okay, so yeah.
No, but yeah, Boy Meets World would be in that mix. I just never really. I don't think I got into it that much.
Sure.
I mean, I've seen episodes, but
Yeah.
not
Home
like
Improvement. I low-key watched a little Home Improvement, man. I watched a little Home Improvement.
No, not growing up. Almost like Boy Meets World. Like I saw like a couple episodes here and there. Know what it's about. You get some chuckles in here and there.
Yeah. Staying clear.
Actually, you know what one? It wasn't as much growing up, but like probably more recently when it's on. Let's say 10 years ago, I'd throw it on whenever it's on TV and enjoy it every time. Mainly because of Jerry Stiller.
Okay.
It's King of Queens.
Okay. Yeah, King of Queens is fire, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
King
Kevin
of Queens
James
is
is good.
fire.
Like,
I used to watch it all
it's
the time,
good, but
yeah.
I think Jerry Stiller's like
he kills
the
it.
funniest dude because he's on Seinfeld as the dad there.
And then,
I mean, he's hilarious.
And then the chick, I forgot the wife's name in the show too. She's always like her and Kevin. I thought had a dope dynamic too. In
It's
the
a good
yeah, it was good.
Just something good to throw on in the background.
That was good. It was good. I seen Stan Clear, Rod Dodge bring up Married with Children. That was my other one. That's I think because that's definitely older than you because I was like young watching that with Al Bundy, hand in his pants all the time, sitting on the chair, bro.
Everyone Loves Raymond. That was my Pap watched that all the time. My Pap would have that on.
Yeah, see, I never got into that, but yeah, the Married with Children. I definitely remember that one, man. Jim Hines, Kelly Bundy. Yeah, you funny. Said Kelly Bundy was fire. I'm too young for all that, man. But yeah, it was a good time. Definitely a dope show. All right.
Well, that was enjoyable.
It was, man.
Going down some memory lane.
It's a good little vibe, man. Good little vibe. All right. Think we got a couple more supers, I think, in here. Or we got more supers?
We got a few more.
Are we still cooking it?
I'd say we got like 7 or 8 at least.
Oh, we cooking.
Yeah.
Okay. See, it's gonna be a great day. That means we can push all the strengths, weaknesses, and previews. It would just be nice. It was just love. You see what I mean?
So you're saying I rock the Air Forces tomorrow?
Don't do that. I'm just it could be love tomorrow.
I don't have Air Forces.
It could be just a vibe.
I got the all black Hirachis.
Why you gotta go all black, bro? It could be. At least I got the light colors on, bro. Just be nice, man. I'll put on a white. You can put on some white, and we can just be nice, man. Just make it lighten up the mood a little bit, man. Yeah.
Do I break out the Mason jersey tomorrow?
Jeez, that's so aggressive.
I've been saving it for game day every week.
Why are you so aggressive? Don't break the tradition then. Of all weeks, you want to do it this week?
Mason will want me to.
Of all weeks, this the week you want to do that? Of all the weeks?
He'd want me to.
This specific week? Come on, man. Not this week.
Maybe I bring out the 7 then.
All right. 7 is respect. I like the 7. I was trying to figure out, should I do like some Lee Corso, like have like a lineup of Bills and Steelers jerseys? Let me see which one I'm going to pick up for my pick.
I think you get the headgear. Yeah, I think you get the Steeler McBean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or I get the Billy Buffalo, man.
Yeah.
You know Billy. Don't act like you ain't know Billy. You
That'd
know
be
Billy.
hilarious.
You know Billy. Yeah, man. Heck yeah.
That would be great.
Just saying, man. Just felt about right, man.
Oh, Jacob Molessi, I have all black Crocs too. I do still have those. Yeah.
The all black Crocs, that's the OG vibe. The all black Crocs then traveled around the world, man. All right, they undefeated. Salute the Croc game, man.
All right, Elijah West says, "What do we do if they are stopping the run? Let Mason cook."
Yeah, hope that Mason can do what he's supposed to do with that ball in the air, man. Yeah, because you don't want to be one dimensional. But that's for both parties. That's not just us. That's them too. It's both parties.
Thomas Dowdy, what do y'all think on drafting / signing inside linebacker Carson Bruner? He would count towards the Infinity Stone next year, right? Would love another Bruner.
Oh,
he's right. It would count. Yeah, he was a tight end back in the day.
Yeah, I
Mark
remember.
Bruner.
Yeah, it definitely checks off a box, man. I haven't watched Carson Bruner tape.
Yeah, he already has a chance to get drafted here.
But he has a great chance though.
Yeah.
If that's a bloodline, that is a direct connection. He is on the fast track. We'll put him on the short list. I'm sure his name will come up multiple times once draft season starts because we're gonna have the mock drafts popping off. All right. He might be our pick. We just don't know which part of him. He might be a middle pick or a late. I don't know yet, but
probably better for the late round.
You never know, man. You never know. But I'm gonna keep track of his name just in case.
Okay.
You never know.
Yeah, I think there's a better chance we pick him up late, just because if he's a first round prospect, more teams are going to be interested.
Very true.
Whereas,
Very
like,
true.
all right, if he's projected, almost like Herbig this year. If he's projected later, it's like, all right, teams will pass, and
we
if we need to reach a little bit just so we get that name in house.
Connor Hayward, right?
Exactly.
JPJ got a chance over chill to chill. Oh, we can get it as a 32nd pick in the second round. Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've never heard of him before, so I'm guessing he's a late round pick. With all due respect. AJ Martinez,
There it is, with all due
Mason,
respect.
the Charles Manson Bills killer,
Ooh, hey now.
to Super Bowl MVP.
Okay,
Wow.
okay. Why it's gotta be Bills killer though? Jeez, all these other teams he done beat gotta be Bills killer. That just seems so aggressive. Yeah.
Richard
So
Arbizo
mean.
saying I should throw a chain on tomorrow with the all black.
So mean. Why y'all want to be like that today? Like, I just don't understand why it's got to be this type of energy, man. We're all friends here, all right? We are all here, a part of the same AFC, Team AFC. We're representing the AFC. Whoever comes out of this game, we're rooting for them to win it all right? Team AFC.
You don't have an AFC. You have that all teams jacket, right?
Yeah.
You might need to rock that.
I had it all yesterday, bro. Yeah. Every day I've been real because it's not just here. It's like I go to pick up my kids from school and they're all looking at me. They're like, whoa, what you got on today, Moats?
Nah.
It's been times I came in with like a Bills shirt on. It's an off recording day, but I had like Bills gear. They like, bro, what's and I'm like, my bad, bro. Alumni, you know what I'm saying? And then there's times where I've like switched before I went in there because I was like nervous. I'm like, yo, they're gonna kill me this week. I can't. If it's like a bad week here and a great week there, yeah, it get awkward at drop off, bro. The teachers be looking like, I don't want to sign you out today. How about that? Like, you got to wait in the back of the line today. Yeah, so you just never know.
Which one annoys you more? The stuff coming from the chat or when you're on the mic or that stuff?
Pretty tough, bro.
Each one's got its different element, huh?
Because one's in like person, I'm like, I can feel it. I'm like, and everybody starts looking.
But it's kind of corny, right? In person, like they're trying to make these funny jokes. You're like,
because I feel it. Because you gotta think everybody's Steelers fans.
You're saying there's real beef in person, potentially.
I get hot. You feel me? I'm like, all right, I feel it. I feel it. It's kind of like it's a joke, but it's, you're one of the ones who's like, ha. All right, it was funny the first time in week 3. It was funny in week 10. It's week 17. Now, we match up with y'all. Like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? But over there, I'm like, bro, it's a turn. It was a party. And my kids don't get that. They just be like, yo, Dad, hat and t-shirt. Yo, Dad, I got my Bills out. So, yeah, I just be stuck, bro. So I'm just trying to maneuver through this thing, all right? That's why we're all friends here. Team AFC, okay? Whoever comes out of this game is winning it all. That's how we're rooting. Yep. Go AFC, go. Yeah.
AJ Martinez says horniness rules.
See? AJ and AB on the same page. It ain't wrong with a little horniness, man, just as long as you channel it the right way. All right? Just channel it the right way, man.
I could see a movie being written about AJ Martinez and AB.
Bad boys for life.
Yeah, like
shit.
Yeah, being some type of duo. Yeah. Fighting the world, saving the world, something like that.
I can see that. They both got great energy, very passionate people. Willing to put themselves out there, to take some chances, not afraid to expose themselves. I like that. Both literally and figuratively as well, man. So, yeah, across the board, yeah, it works.
Christian Matthias, rant incoming. Why does the Pittsburgh media have to hate on Mason?
Uh-oh.
Why can't they hope we win and proceed on in the tournament? They're out there hoping we lose just to put KP8 back as the starter. Would that make you feel better? Who's he talking about? Because I actually think the Pittsburgh media hates on KP8 way more than Mason, at least up to this point, this last stretch of the season. I think a lot more is being said positive on Mason's behalf. Am I off? I'm actually curious. Who's he talking about?
Man, don't ask me. You ain't about to get me. No, I ain't doing that. Whoever he put, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Who's hating on Mason?
Whoever he put, that's what we're going to talk about.
Is it just one person or is it a group of people?
Whoever he puts, that's what you're not about to get me.
They're going to put it in the chat?
I hope so. I ain't saying that.
Who is hating on Mason? I could not imagine a person hating on Mason right now.
No, you trying
to get stories, the comeback stories there for him.
Yeah, trying to get me. Don't get me like that.
Just flat out playing good football.
Steelers 2 King. I'm not media. I'm alumni. Remember that. I'm alumni, not media.
Well, John Easton owns up to it. He says he's hating on Mason.
I can understand that, but that's John. John's consistent right now. John's consistent. I like that. I can respect the consistency.
I'm seeing different names.
I don't know nothing. Nope. My name's Ben and I ain't in it.
I see a couple names. That's who it is? Okay. I don't know. I from what I hear from people, it seems like a lot of people are saying positive stuff about Mason. They lean more Mason than Kenny right now. I think the hate's majority going towards Kenny. That's my 2 cents. That's my pulse on Steeler Nation right now.
I'm with Deke there. Period. Yep. But in terms of why some media continues to hate on Mason, sometimes it sells, right? And it's easier to project negativity towards the player, right? Because they've had a struggle before, so it's just like, oh, he's got to fail again. And yeah, that's just how some people like to operate, right? But at the same time, that's what makes the world unique. You got the people that are more pessimistic, and you got people that are more optimistic. You tap into us over here, you hear how we talk about Mason. It's positive energy, and we give you not just positive thoughts, we actually give you analysis as well.
It's warranted, too. He's playing damn good football.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like if you're not able to articulate your feelings about why a player is playing well or why they are struggling, sometimes it's easier to just talk about the past where he did struggle, because now you don't have to be able to say this is why it works this year versus why it didn't in the past. And a lot of people are struggling with that. Why is he so much better this time? Well, if you look, he's a lot more consistent in the pocket with his footwork. He's a lot more comfortable in terms of climbing the pocket. He's a lot more sure of his reads when he's going from high to low. Also, the running game is a lot more consistent. The offensive line is protecting him, and he didn't get knocked out this season either, right? He's not looking over his shoulder right now either. Yeah, I just think he's a more mature player. I think all of that stuff has helped him in this accumulation, but some people, man, they don't look into all of that. And some people just don't care. They just rather be negative, and they're just naturally negative people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just what makes them them. So I am glad that you over here with us, because we give positive energy, baby. That's how we roll. But yeah, man, that's, you know, they ain't the names that were brought up in the chat. Let's be real, they ain't the only ones. We know it's multiple people throughout the season that, you know, lean more negative than positive. That's just people. And if you got a platform, you got a microphone, or if you have a big enough presence on social media, it gets to the point where enough people will see it. But it doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's accurate. It just means that that's their opinion, man. So you good, baby.
John Machado. He said it's only him and MG, especially according to stats.
Talking about Parsons.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but Michael Parsons isn't an expert on it. He's not studying everything to that extent. He's just a player hosting a podcast and reacting, man. So, you know, that's his opinion on it. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
He ain't informed. If you want to bring up the stats thing, like,
yeah.
That's the stupidest argument to make then. Because DJ has way better stats than all of them.
For Miles specifically, yeah. But who knows when, you know, he said what he said. For him, like I said, he can have a legitimate of why he's felt a type of way. I don't get the Myles Garrett part at all. Like, that's the one that doesn't make no sense to me. But I'm like, I get it if Parsons feels some type of way. I'm like, all right, cool for you. But yeah, like I said, I just don't see the Myles Garrett part. But him doing this no different than Pat P saying what he says every single week, Cam saying what he says every single week, right? The only difference is because this is for the award, now we over here. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's because it's for an award.
Cam doesn't
but they
say
all doing the same stuff.
Pat P, well, I guess just don't say anything heading into these playoff games. He's still been doing the podcast over the last 3 weeks, but like, stop saying headline stuff. Yeah. Please don't. Please don't. Because Cam hasn't done that.
I'm like, they all doing the same media type stuff, building their brand while playing. I don't fault it. I like it. But that's literally all he did was just say, bro, if we talking MVP, I like me. And he probably was like, bro, if he got a better relationship with Myles Garrett, then yo, that's my man. I'm going to go with Myles. It could literally be that, because when you playing, you don't have time to get enamored with stats. You don't have time to get enamored with all this. You just know what you watch on film. You know what your old linemen and your coaches say when they talk about certain players in that building. And that's how you build your rapport of who you think is a dog and who you don't think is a dog. But that's also why sometimes you'll see how players might speak or vote on certain things be different than media, or how fans might perceive certain people also.
Michael Brooks, I'm behind. My homie Jay Oliver produces for Benny.
Let's go. Salute. And I just seen Benny make a post too, man. He's not on tour, but he was performing on somebody's stage the other day.
Christian Mathias blamed the Pittsburgh media of not pushing for the TJ DPOY because they're too busy crying that KP8 ain't QB1. I don't think anyone's crying that he's not QB1. I'm not hearing that.
No, we passed that.
Right?
In terms of the majority, we're past it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm right in my assessment. I think the majority is completely
the majority
fine with
is
Mason being
definitely
QB1.
supportive. Yeah.
Completely fine. If anything, they are ripping on Kenny over the last week or so with that report that came out of not wanting to go in as the backup. Like there's been a lot of negativity tossed KP8's way. Sean McCartney, I see TJ winning the DPOY versus other edge rushers. The only competition I see is the Cowboys cornerback Bland for the pick 6 record and filling in for Diggs.
Yeah.
He's got cooked too much.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Because that's the case, Diggs would have won.
He's got his Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they're gonna leave that at that. That's the Diggs argument.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Alessio, if we beat the Bills, we all better block John Easton.
No, you don't block him. You let John come back and try to be a hater again the next week, man. You want to see what happens first. Does the hater switch or does the hater become right? That's all. But you got to give him opportunity. Got to give him opportunity, man. I like your energy,
Christian
John.
Mathias seconds that. He says, if we win, John Easton must be blocked.
No, man. You let him pull back in because then he got to up it next week and say, oh, yeah, he really going to suck this week. Man, Mason really going to find a way to not play well. That's how you got to get him. But if you block him, then you don't give him that opportunity, okay? Give him the opportunity to get, hopefully cooked again.
Butcher Bergen. When all said and done, Uncle Phil had 2 hot wives and a daughter that was banging.
Hey, son, you got to stop, man. I ain't want to get into that. That's messy, man. Y'all got to chill. You got to chill, man. Hey, jeez, I would just leave that one alone. But we did get Harry Latch. Harry Latch also says, and we appreciate you for the super chat as well. He says, I watch a lot of YouTube. Literally every single talk show on ESPN is laughing at the thought of the Steelers having a chance at winning this game. Do you think they have a real shot? Does that get into the locker room? To an extent, you get it into the locker room just because the media, the beat reporters and stuff like that, when they're in there, they're going to bring it up. They're going to bring up the spread. They're going to bring up all that type of stuff. As players, you are so focused in, especially by the time you get to this stage of the season where all your homies are no longer practicing. They're no longer going to work, and you're the final 7 teams is going to work in your conference. It just feels different, man. So you don't really do a lot of looking around. You're so locked in because you're like, oh, we are really about to go compete for this Lombardi now, but we got to be perfect because single elimination, one bad game and you're done. You don't get a do-over. So I don't think that they're going to entertain it. Steelers are going to be preparing like they're supposed to be preparing, and they do got a legitimate shot, as we broke it down earlier. I think both of these teams feel great. Both of these teams feel confident, and for good reason. We talk about, what we were able to accomplish here, the run that we went on. However we want to talk about them in terms of, Miami Dolphins or whatever, how we want to compete and compare, the people outside of Pittsburgh are going to say, man, that Miami Dolphins team was a far tougher task in prime time with the 2 seed and the division on the line than Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens for the last game of the season. That's the reality of it. When they talk about Geno Smith, they're going to say Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are a lot tougher than Geno Smith and the Seahawks. When they talk about Jake Browning and the Bengals, they're going to say Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys are just a better team. So they're going to be feeling confident the same way we going to be feeling confident. And that's all you can hope for, man. But that's what it's supposed to be at this stage. There are no bad teams in the playoffs, baby. And next week, it's going to be even better teams, baby, all right? That's just how it go, man. That's how it go. But we legitimately got a shot. Don't get it twisted. Regardless what the media folks over there talking about, we legit in this thing, man.
A2A style, Saban got out because he wasn't the only one paying players no more. That portal messed him up, so now he'll just stick with Affleck. Here we go, Sunday upset.
I mean, he still was in the semifinals with a down season. I don't think he was running from no smoke, baby. I think Saban he done. He's 72 also. But I think he was just done. He literally didn't have a starting quarterback, right? He went through that carousel kind of like how we did over here to start the season out, man. Remember, Milrose was benched at one point and then came back to that. Yeah, and he still had them boys in the Final Four, bro. So, yeah, he won't tripping on that. But, man, shout out to Saban. I like Saban. That's my dude right there.
Jason M. Moats needs to have the video of his hit on Favre ready to go at all times to show people who try to mess with him. Don't cross the Moats. I'm a Bills fan. Appreciate you.
Hey, shout out to Jason M, baby. You know it's all love, man. You know it's love, all right? So, yeah, baby, you know I appreciate you, man. All love, all love, all love, baby, all right? But, yeah, man, that's how we get it down, man. And it's never no tripping. You know that. Always good. That's why I said it's all love. Why can't it be love, Deke? Let the love flow. Let it flow.
Yeah.
You got blue and red already on you. Just let it flow.
Yeah.
Just let it flow. And you got white on your hat, too. Just let it flow. We are already one and the same.
Nope.
We are already one and the same, Deke. The logo, all it's just we're blended together. We're a blended family. We're blended.
Nope.
We're a blended family, Deke. Come on.
Awesome. Autumn McCaddy. Hey, Deke and Moats, I'm surprised the Seahawks let go of Pete Carroll, considering all he's done for that organization.
No, I'm with you. I'm surprised by it. But then they're keeping him around as a advisor for the organization. So we'll see what that entails. But yeah.
Fan of TV. Time to admit Big Noriega was right about Kenny. No.
He can't be right just yet, huh? Deke said he need to get another chance to like completely show what it is or what it isn't. So,
to be honest, I don't care if he gets that opportunity or not. He might, depending on how these playoffs play out, but I want Mason to win a Super Bowl. And then we sign Mason long term, and he's our guy. That's what I want.
If Kenny doesn't get another opportunity, does that make Noriega right then?
No, because Kenny could go to another team.
Okay.
His career's not done.
Fair enough.
If Kenny's career's done and it doesn't play out in the same vein that I predicted, then all right, maybe I'll give my apology for him to Noriega. Maybe.
If he turned it like Josh Rosen. That's what I'm saying. Because he's kind of in that danger zone right now, bro.
He's better than Rosen.
Rosen was 10th overall.
Rosen has done nothing that KP's done in the league, though.
He only had the one. You know how the season went. It's all good. You know it's all good. We ain't tripping.
I mean, he's
I'll believe it alone, Deke.
He's never done what Kenny's done.
Deke, that's your man. I swear I said I believe it alone, bro.
Again, I want Kenny to be better, but at least he's won as a quarterback in the league.
Deke,
fourth quarters.
I'm with you. Kirk Cousins suck. I'm with you, bro. Kirk Cousins, Tannehill. We don't want. I'm with you, bro. I ain't tripping on it, man. I'm with you. We good.
828 style. This for you, Deke. I think KP will eventually be okay in the future.
See, there it is.
Basically,
some
what I'm
positivity.
Saying.
Yeah.
I say that because I once had the same feelings for Mason, because he was just like KP8, and it killed me. I don't think all first-round quarterbacks can come in and start right away and shine.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own path. Everyone's got their own way of making it work in the league.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't explain. That's what, I mean, yeah, the Mason stuff, if he keeps this going, no one predicted this.
Nah.
No one did.
Man, strike when the iron's hot, man. Take advantage of an opportunity, and that's all you can ask for, man.
But if his path was linear, does he reach those heights?
That's another
If we're playing out the hypothetical, we go on a run and stuff.
Yeah.
If it is just linear, does he ever make this point? But like sometimes the ups
you need
and
the
downs.
adversity. Yeah,
it's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't explain it. Eric says, "Yo, F the Jags forever. Don't touch the towel."
There it is, and that's real. And that is real.
Devin Bright has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Devin Bright. And welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, don't touch that towel. You seen what happened to the Jags, man? It was not pretty. It was not pretty.
That
was legit. Bro, that was a vibe then. That was a vibe. It was 640. Oh, yeah, 640. All right. No, that was definitely a vibe then, bro. So we will save all of the pleasantries of strengths, weakness, full game preview, and Deke's pick tomorrow. All right?
Wow.
But we also got Calvin Austin coming on as well tomorrow. We got Calvin Austin the third, still his punt returner, still his wide receiver. Young dude that we are super excited about. He will be joining us tomorrow, 4:30 time frame. So you don't want to miss that. Tell him, Deke, you don't want to miss that part, right? All right? That's the one you really want to be here for, all right? And yeah, it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe, all right? So tell a friend to tell a friend. Deke, don't you do me like that, Deke. Don't you do that, Deke. Don't do that. Deke, don't do that.
Wow.
Don't do that, Deke. Don't do. You doing a lot. Don't do that. Don't make it like that, bro. We're all here to be. It's kumbaya. In the words of AB, kumbaya. We're kumbaya.
I don't know if the chat caught what I heard.
We're kumbaya, bro. All right. So with that being the case, we appreciate you. All right. Y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, baby.
Peace.